welcome back to the lab. This is a chemistry. I go by the name of Miles. Over there is
Marcel the Maker.
Marcel the Maker's in the building. And you know, today's a special episode of chemistry today.
Why is that?
Well, first off, we ain't filmed in like a month. So
no one knows that, but now they know. All right. No one needed to know that.
Since we've taken a break, great things have happened. You know what I'm saying?
Like what? Life is good.
Like, yeah, man. I got a baby on the way.
Oh, me too.
Wow.
What? Hold on. Where are we going? Ain't nobody got no babies on the way. Ain't that much happened. You trying to start the bad kind of rumors? Like, no. Nobody had no dad.
No, ain't no baby on the way. I dropped a movie called No Disrespect on July 11th.
Nice.
And, you know, I'm still speechless. I thought I would have something to say, but nigga, I haven't really talked about, you know, what has happened with No Disrespect, like, since it's dropped. I've talked to like maybe 2 or 3 friends. I've talked about it to Marcel a little bit, but honestly haven't really grasped what is happening and what has happened.
Okay, now that we in it, yeah, man, I couldn't even ignore it. Like, not that I was trying to, but it was like, all right, I'm just scrolling and like, whoa. And I keep scrolling. Whoa. It was coming up. It was pretty crazy.
It genuinely was, and it came out of nowhere. So what I want to do with this episode, I kind of just want to, like how we did for Stripper Party, just take you from the beginning all the way up to now with the journey of No Disrespect, man. So first off, you know, No Disrespect was a concept that DeMarcus Curry came to me with. He had a 20-page, I think it was like 18 pages script. And he was like, hey, man, I think, you know, we should do this. And, yeah, initially I read it and was like, yeah, fuck no, I'm not doing that shit. But this was like years ago, right? Like, I think he said he wrote it in like 2017. He let me read it like 2018. And I just wasn't trying to do like nothing like that. I wasn't focused on that type of content. So then 2022 comes around and we have a deal with another production company, and we had a script that we gave them, but they didn't want that script. So he was like, oh, okay. And then in back of my mind, I'm like, oh shit, they want some thug shit. And I'm like, I ain't got no thug shit written. And I thought of the shit that DeMarcus had wrote, and I'm like, yo, okay, well, hey, now's the time, nigga. I just text him like, hey, we gonna make it a movie. He was like, bet, nigga, finally. And so, yeah, I just took it. I expanded the 20 pages that he had. I made it to like 44 pages. And then at the same time, I brought on another writer. And he expanded it another 20 pages to give us the script that we had, man. And for those chemistry watchers out there, 5 or 6, that's
all we need.
Man, it gets us going, right? The episode, I think it's the second episode, Industry Friends episode. This is the script that I was referencing to in that episode. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's a lot of information on that episode. But this was the co-writer, the third co-writer that I brought on. This was what this script is what that episode was talking about.
So have you talked to that person? They didn't think of that, huh? Yeah, right? Man, that's the question.
Nope.
All right. I didn't think so. That would be an interesting conversation.
That would be a very...
Especially with the way they were going before this. Wow. That would be such an interesting conversation. Now,
man, I am sure it would be.
I ain't think of that till literally now.
They're the third writer, right?
Yeah.
Hey, man. Some people make their bed and they really gotta lay in it.
Good.
Night, nigga. No. So we took that script and that's how the script came about. And you know what I'm saying, we went into production. Let me tell you, this whole, even like trying to recount how No Disrespect happened and stuff. No Disrespect was always second tier. All right. And I say this in the sense, it was never the priority film for us, like at all. It was when we originally were going to do it, we were doing another film called Jarrell's Girls, and then No Disrespect was like the B film. Jarrell's Girls was the A film, No Disrespect was the B film. So we was using No Disrespect as practice for the bigger film, Jarrell's Girls. Which we didn't end up doing Jarrell's Girls. And then when that shit happened with Jarrell's Girls, it was like, it's like, I mean, I guess we got No Disrespect. It was like, whatever, No Disrespect is there. It was like very disrespectful tone towards No Disrespect. And then even this year, 2023, we did 2 other films, Stripper Party and The Lost Sex Tape. Those were the A films. We were more so focused on those, putting those out, promoting those, and trying to get those to be successful. And No Disrespect was, all right, I guess it's coming out. You know what I'm saying? Here we go. You know, here it is. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Who cares who watches it? Like, I genuinely didn't give a fuck if anybody watched No Disrespect at all. So that's why I'm speechless at what's happening, because it was never a priority of mine. It was never all right, man, yeah, I hope people see this, No Disrespect, and I hope people like it. And it was like, I didn't care. I don't care if you like it. I didn't care if you didn't like it. I don't care if you watch it. I didn't give a fuck about none of that shit. So to see what's happening is like, like, what the fuck, bro? This is nuts, my nigga. So, okay, going back to production. So, yeah, let me think. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things that it's like we did it and I moved on. It's not like I'm harboring on any of that shit. Okay, no, I wrote no. So I did. All right. Right. I'm glad I did, because I'm like, damn, I can't even think of shit. But what you call it? I just rewatched it, most of it, like right before we did this, just so I could, you know, try to remember some shit. Like I haven't watched it in a minute. Yeah.
But he fooled me earlier. But I thought I walked in, he in there just watching it. I'm like, oh, you just watch your own stuff? You don't want to see no new movies?
It was research purposes, you know what I'm saying? That's all it was. And to get that money, all right? To keep the mads rolling. So, man, just starting from the top, the first scene, you know what I'm saying? And also, Marcel helped on the film. Marcel was the gaffer on the film. He was
hey, gaffer. And sometimes first AC.
Yeah, sometimes first AC. Our friend Corey couldn't make it on a couple of days, so he stepped in and he did some focus pulling.
I enjoyed it. It was fun on set too.
Yeah, how was your experience filming No Disrespect?
I enjoyed it. I took because my position wasn't as prominent or nothing. You know, I didn't actually shoot or anything, so I was definitely more in the background of this one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you was in the background. This nigga would lay down at any time that he could.
That was a bad day. All right, it was a bad day. It was long. That little house.
10 days.
Look, one of them 10 wasn't that great, and it was a little house, and I'm hot and tired. Had some stuff on my mind. Anyway, it was just a bad day. But no, it was a good experience as always. Good people. Shout out to Ireland. Good guy.
Absolutely, man. Yeah. So that first scene. So the first scene is literally one of my top 3 favorite scenes of the film. And after literally writing it in the script, I put so much pressure on myself to make sure this scene is like dope as fuck.
It should be, yeah.
I was just like, yo, this is incredible, bro. Like, it has action, it has drama, it has sexiness, it has comedy in it, it has suspense in it. You know what I'm saying? It has like so many of these genres all in this little 3 pages of a scene. So I really wanted to like, that scene took the longest to shoot, and it had the most shots like throughout the film. Like I think it ended up being like, because we got into the double letters like on the shots. It was like A, B, B, C, C. I think we got up to like maybe F, F or G, G like in the shot list, and we got every single shot that that was on the shot list.
I thought that was gonna be a very short night. It was about to rain that night. We was on top of some shit we should not have been on top of shooting. I was like, police coming, thunderstorm coming. We're not about to finish this movie.
This is not about to happen.
But we finished it, and I remember saying to you, like, this movie, like, obviously I didn't know it was gonna do what it's gonna do, what it did. But I was like, man, this is nice, man. Like, this is about to be the best thing on Tubi. Because the point of the whole thing was be on Tubi. So
Absolutely.
That's what we kept saying. That was the running joke.
That was the running
Tubi's
joke. Me
best.
and Marcel like kept throughout the whole production. Whenever some of the shit would happen on set, we just look at each other. Tubi's best.
Hey,
baby.
man, I meant it. I didn't know this was going to happen, but I meant it.
This is Tubi's best right here.
It really came together on that
bro.
first scene, though. I was like, this is nice. It actually looks good.
At first, yes, like the look of it. But like he said, I was worried as shit. So the call time was 12 o'clock, like midnight. You know what I'm saying?
That. Yeah, that's not good either.
It was midnight. So first off is that, and then you're dealing with, like, it was a bunch of people in the cast. We had 3, and then it was like 7 on the other side. So it was like 10 people just in the cast, and then we still had the freaking crew.
Right.
Like, so it was a bunch of people. It was a bunch of cars trying to handle parking, and then it's raining. And not just little sprinkle rain, like it's raining type shit. And then it's a club across the street
Man, I forgot about that.
That was playing music, yes. Like at midnight, and we like it was loud as shit. Like there was no way you wouldn't be able to hear this in the film.
So loud.
So literally, we're trying to wait. Like while it was raining and the music was playing, I was like, look, when we hear it, we just gonna have to make, I'm gonna try to finesse it in editing. We have to make it work. So we rehearsed on the second level, like where it was covered and stuff. By the time we was done rehearsing and we went up top, music was gone, rain had stopped. And we was like, yo, let's fucking do it, nigga. Like, let's go ahead and do it. And that shit took 5-6 hours to shoot. By the time we was done, the sun was coming up. Like, literally, when we wrapped, maybe like 10 minutes later, the sun was coming up. And we were literally fighting how people fight against the sun going down. We were fighting against the sun coming up type shit. And just to see the scene, how the scene came out, like, I'm so proud of that scene. That's out of all the 10 films that I've done, that's one of my top 5 favorite scenes, like, that I've ever freaking shot. And I'm just happy that that's one of the only scenes I think I've ever done where I've gotten everything that I wanted. As far as the actual shots. I think it's 2 more shots that I wish I could have got, but Ireland fell.
He did.
Like when we was doing the Ireland is our DP, our camera guy, and we were doing the circular shot when me and Ebony was shooting and stuff. He fell like the second time, and he was like, "Look, I'm not doing that again." So I felt for him. So I was like, "Well, look, I literally need you to do it just one more time because otherwise we only have that one shot." So we did it one more time, and then it was a wrap. But I really wanted one more like closer shot to be able to cut into, but I felt for him, you know what I'm saying? I had him moving fast as shit. It was late, you know what I'm saying? I was like, all right, man, like, I understand. Just move slower, and we'll get the last shot. But
dang, I don't remember that. Dang.
Yeah, he busted his ass. Not bad, but he fell. You know what I'm saying?
That big rig.
Yeah, he had the rig. And as a DP, he took care of the rig, you know what I'm saying? That's falling. It's not like he didn't just, whoa.
Yeah,
no.
right. Like, first, not camera first.
If I'm gonna bust anything, it gotta be my ass, not the fucking camera. So I'm really, I'm laughing at one of the reviews that I saw of the film, and 2 was just like, there's no point to this first scene. And it's not. You're correct. There's literally no point to the first scene. It has nothing to do with the rest of the film at all. It's just a dope ass opening scene.
It was. It is.
That is it. I just wanted a dope opening scene to pop off the film, and that's what the fuck we got. It has nothing to. It does not connect. They don't come back. Nothing. It does have nothing to do with the rest of the film. And they were like, we did those cinematic shots just cause. Yes. Absolutely. We literally just did. I wanted the circular bad boy moment. I was supposed to have 2 guns, but I couldn't figure out where my other gun was that night. I found it later when I got home, like, fuck. But yeah, I was supposed to have 2 guns doing the Will Smith.
Yeah, that would have looked better.
Yeah, I was supposed to be hard. You know what I'm saying? But I'm over here with the one trying to shoot both and shit. Like, I'm like, God damn, bro. So it was supposed to be 2 guns, but whatever, man. So that first scene, man, I'm super, super proud of that first scene.
It was a good first scene.
I wrote down the milk flashback. Let me ask you this, because I don't even know if you understand. So in the movie, so when they were introducing milk, it flashes to a closet.
Right, him as a child. Yeah.
No.
Oh,
before me as a child, before Milk as a child, and he's laying down. If it's a scene where it flashes to, the closet. Do you don't remember that?
Not really.
You know, and I feel like a lot of people just
People don't.
A lot of people like skipped over it.
Oh yeah,
like don't even think about it. So I'm curious if anybody understands.
But I remember, vaguely though, because I remember like connecting back to like at the end,
right,
with the brother being in the closet,
right.
But yeah, so I do subconsciously sort of remember a closet though. But I don't remember, like, it was a scene, a whole thing?
No, it wasn't even
like
a scene. It was just a shot. It was just a shot. Okay. So it transitions from me on the bed, and then it flashes to the closet shot, and then it transitions to me, like, sleep as a kid.
Oh, okay.
So I'm curious on, damn you, fucking internet nigga. But I'm curious on if people
connected that.
Yes.
Like, because I remember seeing it again recently, and I was like, oh, that's the closet. Maybe that's where that came from, you know?
Oh yeah, just now.
Just now. Well, no, when I saw it for like the second or third time I watched it, I was like, "Oh, there's a closet. Okay, maybe that's where." His name was Zay, right? Zay was in the closet, something like that.
Yeah, it's one of those
his
things
vibe,
that
your vibe or something
right,
connected to it. Hey. All right.
He is laughing because somebody commented that does Milk give y'all bi vibes?
I saved that shit. I wish our editing was there because put this shit on screen because man,
yo,
I saved that shit. It was so funny.
This shot. So it like
yeah. I remember like
it shows the closet. And then it cuts to me being asleep.
Right.
Do you understand why?
No, I don't understand why. I just connected it to the brother at the end. That's all I did.
Okay.
I didn't what was the reason? There was a reason behind it?
So this was something DeMarcus put in the film, and I just went along with it. It was like he wanted to make it seem like Milk kind of saw it coming. Like it was a dream.
Oh.
Like it was supposed to be like young
that's
Milk.
A stretch. Oh, DeMarcus, my bad. But that's a little bit of a stretch, a writing stretch there. But
very much so. Once again, with no disrespect, I did not care. So I didn't. I wasn't about to fight. I was like, oh, whatever. It really doesn't make sense to me, but whatever, nigga. Like I'll put it in there type shit. But I'm curious I haven't, in none of the reviews or none of the comments, I haven't heard anybody like say anything. So I feel like maybe they just didn't pay attention or they just didn't give a fuck about that shot. So when I was rewatching, I was like, man, I wonder if people connected that. Because I've tried my hardest to try to make it make sense, but even me looking at it, I'm like, this shit don't really make sense.
And I think only because I've seen it several times. But maybe if like the character was dragging him out of the closet or something, like a more prominent closet scene or something, not just like a quick little here's a closet because otherwise it just looks kind of random, you know what I mean?
It looks very
because
random.
I've seen it so many times. I'm like, oh, closet, only 2 closet things in a movie is that and say at the end.
Right. Yeah, whatever. So the girl said yes that I had bi vibes. I messaged her, you know what I'm saying, and we talked later. I think, what was her name? Shout out to Sharona, I think her name is. But I see this nigga comment on the post.
That shit was hilarious, man. That was so funny, so funny to me.
Let me know if y'all think Milk gave you bi vibes, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then there was another. This nigga circled it. Yeah. And then another girl was like, another girl was like, is Milk? You know. I'm like, the thinking face.
I don't know. We all wonder. Damn, man, it was hilarious. Some of the comments and stuff.
Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it, nigga.
Yeah, it was hilarious. I know I missed a bunch. I'm sure I missed a bunch. I caught them just by being on Facebook.
You know, it's too many to even keep up with. So going back, one of the sex scenes got deleted, man. So that first scene where y'all see Did you see the comment where dude was like, "This looked like Soo Young grown up"?
No, what?
From Rush Hour, somebody commented. It was like, "Yo, hear me out. Is this Soo Young from Rush Hour?" So the scene where y'all see
That's funny.
Phoenix, the character Tony, having sex with the Asian woman, that's not the original place for that scene. So I know I saw one review was like, it just cuts to these titties. Like it cuts straight to these titties, and he's just fucking this girl. And that's not originally how it was supposed to go. Like we filmed a whole nother sex scene, like it had talking and everything, and it had to build up to it. It wasn't just like a hard cut, but I accidentally deleted the freaking footage.
Goodness.
Like, and it was the longest, most intense sex scene. Like we shot that scene for like maybe an hour where it was just doing a lot of, different type of shit. That was supposed to be the introduction to showing that Tony is, having sex for money type of shit. She was supposed to give him the money and all that, but I deleted all the freaking footage when I was transferring them to
That's wild.
the drive.
That's what I can't remember. That's what happened. Dang, you just
it was an accident. It's not like on purpose. It was an accident.
Accidentally delete?
It was an accident.
First off, how would you delete it? Because I'm sitting there rewatching and replaying it like, dang, this is crazy. So this footage is here. Like, I'm watching it. Like, I'm definitely watching that footage again.
I'm
Come on now.
watching it. I didn't have time to watch it again, man. I just highlight the shit and I put it into the folder, but apparently I didn't, man. I didn't know. I didn't know until I got into the editing, and then it came time for that scene. I'm like, damn, where this scene at? Where this footage at, bro? And it was, I searched everything.
And by then, it's gone.
Yeah,
it's not edited until we've done shooting.
Yes, so like there was the drive's been formatted, like all of that. It was gone. I feel so bad. It's my apology to the woman that we filmed that with. She still got her money though, you know what I'm saying? She got paid, so you know what I'm saying? But she doesn't have, the footage, or she's not in the film. So I feel so bad about that. But originally, guys, yes, there was a whole nother scene, a sex scene before. You're supposed to see him having sex with 3 girls. So that kind of messed that up. I want to talk about my cousin, man, Charlie P, baby. Man, Charlie P, he played Tito in the film. Charlie was casted. I randomly saw my cousin like at Planet Fitness, like literally just working out. He walked up on me like, "Oh, hey man, I ain't seen him like in a couple of months or a couple of years. I don't even know when the last time I've seen him." But it's like, "Oh, hey man, what's up? Yeah, man, I live down here now." And then he told me he saw Social, and he thought Social was dope, and he was like, "Hey man, you know what I'm saying? Let me try, you know what I'm saying? Give me a chance, like put me in a film." And once again, we talked about networking and shit. Although yes, this is my cousin, but at the same time, it was good timing. We were about to do No Disrespect. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking of the cast and stuff, and that was a perfect movie for the nigga. And I was like, "Hey bro, you got it." You know what I'm saying? I have no problem. Once again, I didn't give a fuck about disrespect like that.
Keep that in mind.
It was like, hey man, sure, why not? You know what I'm saying? We doing a little something over here. Come on, let me see what you got. So I seen comments about like his acting and stuff. Hey man,
he was a little nervous.
Yeah, he was very nervous. You know what I'm saying? It was his first time doing this. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I didn't I guess train him too much or whatever. So hey man,
it worked.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just you got it fucking done. All right. And this is also an example of, well, I guess I take away the fact that he is my family. It's still, I'll put people in. It's just about the timing, man. You can't, like right now, not to skip or whatever, but like right now, a lot of people are like, "Oh, hey man, when you casting and all of this stuff," and I'm really not filming for the rest of the year, my niggas. I'm not doing shit until next year. So the timing is just bad. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you think I'm gonna go on my DMs next February when I'm casting and like, "Oh, let me go look at those people who..."
Right.
I'm not gonna fucking do that. It's you keep up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you want to be casted. Like, why am I gonna go and search for these people when I'm just gonna post, "Hey, I'm casting," and then now I'm gonna have these people who want the opportunity to come be in a film. So it's up to you guys. You know what I'm saying? It's up to you to keep up with what's going on and who you want to work with, and then when they're casting and stuff. Stop with the hit me up, motherfucker.
Thinking people owe you something.
That part. So another thing I wrote was there was 3 writers a part of this film. Once again, I did not give a fuck. So there's 3 writers a part of this film. It's me, it's DeMarcus Curry, and then it's the third writer.
The third writer.
Go watch episode 2 of Chemistry. It's called Industry Friends. Hey, you'll love it. You'll enjoy it. Explains a bunch. A lot of the writing didn't all the way make sense. Right? I feel like there was so many like inconsistencies with the writing, and it's because it was, no, I was about to say technically too, but the basis that DeMarcus had was very much different than what y'all saw. No disrespect. It was a lot more, I don't even want to say grittier. No, I'll say grittier. It was a lot more grittier.
Okay. I can see that.
What DeMarcus had, like that basis. Then when I took it, I expanded it out and fleshed out, some of the characters and made it more, about the family. I tried to keep it, as much in touch with the first 20 as possible. And then when the other writer came in, he added some stuff that made the film more broad. You know what I'm saying? Not
like
as
what did
grittier.
What did this person add
so,
to the story?
First off, Brittany, he added her, like her character in. Right? No, I think I added her. He just
gave her that personality.
He gave her that personality. I remember him. He made the whole the Brittany thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Another scene was.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that was all his idea, which I fucking
I can see that now,
loved when I read it. Yeah, I thought it was really dope. The breakup scene with LJ and Kaylin, Zay and what's her name? Brittany. Yeah, with Zay and Brittany. What was her name? He wrote that scene.
Okay.
The funeral scene, he wrote that scene.
Okay.
There's a couple other things, but those off the top of my head, those are some scenes that he wrote. And to me, they just made them a little more broader. Even skipping and going to that scene, the breakup scene, a whole like 3-4 pages was cut.
Oh,
we had
from that one scene.
Yeah, it was a flashback scene.
Long enough.
Right. Well, so the original thing is he comes in and they have the talk and stuff, and then Zay opens up to her. He opens up about like his dad, and he tells the story of how Bull got arrested.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. We probably could have used that, a little story development. Okay, yeah, never mind. Maybe it would have been nice. What happened then?
The filming of it was first off, really I cut one off rip because it had kids. It had us as younger.
Okay.
It had us.
Who wrote that?
He did. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. All right.
It had us as younger, and like I was like, yeah, I'm not even about to search for kids, so I'm not about to.
You got the one,
dude. Oh yeah.
It worked.
Up with that. Yeah, that was perfect. But yeah. So I wasn't even going to do that. But the second, so whatever. The scene was, so it goes from Zay talking about, Zay and Brittany talking about the dinner, and she's like, oh man, you know what I'm saying, that was a wreck and all of that. And then Zay opens up to her about why Bull got arrested. And then it flashes to him telling the story. And the story was, it starts off with the 3 kids, like Milk, Zay, and Tony, like we were playing in the wardrobe. Because, later in the movie it talks about he used to have us playing Lion, the Witch in the Wardrobe, which he wrote that scene too.
Okay.
Like later in the movie with me and Zay.
I could see that.
Talking. Yeah, he wrote that too.
Yes.
Whatever. Yeah, he wrote that. All right. But so we're playing in the cupboard, and you hear Bull and the mom like going at it, and he's like beating her up and shit. And he's like, find the kids and shit. And then she finally finds us, and then we go off on a trip. So on the trip, he gets us in the car, and then Bull says like, this is what happens when you mess with Bull or whatever. He gets out, and it's some dude from New Orleans, like selling drugs on the street, like in his territory, and Bull goes and he kills him, like kills him. No, he stabs him. There you go. He slices, because I remember. That's
a lot going on.
Look. That's why I really wanted to see it in there, because it was. I remember I remember when he wrote it, I was like, we can have some fun with this. Once again, it's Tubi. So, hey, man, let's have some fun with this.
Right.
So, I remember he just had it as like he got stabbed and then like he dies. I'm like, nah, come on, man. Let's his bull. Come on, man. Let's do it. So, I was like, let's slice his neck. All right. And then it was one more thing. It's like, let's slice his neck. Then he shoots him, and then he gets in the car and rolls over his body.
Why not? You know, hey, just in case the first two fatal methods didn't kill you.
I was like, yeah, nigga, that's bull. There we go. This is just like, now that would have went viral. Nigga.
That would have been viral too.
That's good. Like, what the fuck, bro? So he does that, and then he gets back in the car, and like Zay's supposed to be like crying and shit, and then once again he says no disrespect will be tolerated, and then it flashes back to Zay and Brittany. It was a lot,
especially in that scene. Like, that's why we here. Back to their breakup, but that was heavy,
right? So that's why she breaks up with him, though. Like that's
okay.
Like after the flashback scene, that's when it cuts to Brittany, and then she's like, "This isn't going to work out." So I cut that entire scene out and then just meshed together the two parts before the flashback. So I was a little worried knowing that we didn't shoot that. Like, oh man, is this going to make sense? But I think it's still like panned off like fine. Like it's just like Brittany's just breaking up with him type shit. But it does say in the movie, Zay is like, I never told nobody that about my dad and shit. And that's what he's referring to, but I don't think it. I don't think it mattered. I don't think it picked up.
So. And plus, she witnessed the awkwardness. When she
So I think people just like took it as that, like, oh, she's pregnant with him because of that. When reality, it was like a whole fucking flashback. That's now why we know. She broke up with him. Now, why we didn't shoot that scene was time. So we were supposed to shoot that on the 9th day. All right, and the 9th and 10th day of productions when we shot like all of the house scenes.
Bad days.
And we bad days. And we just didn't have enough time to shoot it. So I said, okay, we'll pick it up. You know what I'm saying? But this was around the time the Royal Girl shit happened. And I was just like, fuck it.
I know.
Hey, man, just fuck the scene. And I feel bad because shout out to Marcus Nelson, man. That's who was going to play that role. And I remember telling him, like, okay, we're going to reschedule it. And he was hitting me up like, oh, hey, man, just let me know. And I was just like, all right, man. And I never even told him that, hey, man, I just cut it out because I just felt bad. But he was actually originally supposed to play the Tony.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was the first Tony. And no. Yes, he was the first Tony. Then the second Tony.
Why didn't he play Tony?
His girl didn't want him fucking.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a different reason. I was trying to start some shit. Oh, okay.
Now, when we get to the next one, because that's another thing, bro. So the girl who played Charlotte, Stephanie, shout out to Stephanie, fucking love her. She was always Stephanie, but she went through like 4 different Tonys. The first Tony was Marcus. He couldn't do it because of his girl. She didn't want him, and he wasn't getting paid. So she was like, oh, hey, man, if you're not getting paid to be fucking these bitches, don't be one. I'm like, all right, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And shout out to Marcus, because he was very apologetic about it, like turning it down and stuff. Like, real dope dude, and dope fucking actor. So hopefully, I do have a role for you like next year. Hopefully you can freaking do that. And then the next dude, I think his name was Anthony. I forget. We did a table read. And I just thought he did terrible at the table read. I thought, I was just very unimpressed at the table read. I was already like iffy on like if he could do it, but I was like very unimpressed. And once again, I didn't care, but I cared a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
I was in my head thinking like, how bad you gotta be for him to not be caring, and you still. Shout out to Anthony, though. You know what I mean?
Shout out to him. Because I remember he wanted me to, like, explain to him why. Because this is the time, like, when another producer, she was on the project, and I just had her, like, hey, just tell the nigga he out. She was like, well, he wants to know why, and he wants to talk to you. I'm like, oh, well, call me then, nigga. What's up? I'm not going to hide. You know what I'm saying? I have no problem saying what's on my mind and what the fuck it is. And I remember talking to him like, oh, yeah, man, what you didn't like? Well, we saw the table read. He was like, well, what were you looking for? I'm just looking for better. You know what I'm saying? It was better, bro.
That's something different.
That's all it is. we just thought we would see better. He was like, well, I think a lot of people did it. And you're right. A lot of people did it. But if you put it in a tier, You were more so on the bottom.
The bottom of that
we just cutting the excess. That's all it is. And it's literally no hard feelings to him. This just business. At the end of the day, all of this is just business. I mean, no harm to you. Probably a great fucking dude, but it's just fucking business. So that was the second Tony. Third Tony, shout out to my boy Chris Lyles, man. Golly, bro.
Oh, no, Chris.
Chris,
okay.
man, yes. He was originally the... Boy, there's
a lot going on.
Hey, now I'm starting to remember this shit. Hey, man, this would be a great no disrespect episode. So he was originally cast as the male cop.
Okay.
So when we got rid of Anthony, I liked him at the table read. I was like, man, I liked his audition. So I wanted him to be Tony, but you know what I'm saying? Other people wanted Anthony, so whatever. So when we got rid of him, I was like, hey, okay, let's move Chris over here to being fucking Tony. Now, I loved Chris as Tony. You dig? Like, Chris was I thought he was giving me energy. He had the look that, you know what I'm saying? He had the look that was dope. It was a running joke. He didn't look like he would be fucking. Like he didn't look like he would be fucking slanging good dick for for money or whatever. But I enjoyed Chris. Like, I thought his acting was freaking great. Hopefully, man, it's no hard feelings. Hopefully we can still work together in the future. But I thought Chris was freaking dope. But DeMarcus didn't like fucking Chris.
Oh, dang.
Like, yeah, he thought he was a little off. So he thought he was a little weird. And once again, he's a producer on the film, so it's like, hey, I have to take that into consideration. So it sounds bad to me because you went from having a minor role to a major role to no role. It's like,
goodness.
Like, damn, we couldn't take him back to the male cut because we already replaced.
Right.
So now somebody's already there. So it's like, damn, bro.
The life of an actor, man.
Yeah,
it is
man.
tough.
It's like, damn, bro. You could be low, then you could be high, then you could be back lower before you low. Yeah. It's damn, man. But you went from having no role in the bitch. And then that's when Phoenix came on board.
That's when Phoenix came. Okay.
Yes, after. So it was four. Went through four fucking Tonys to get to Phoenix. And I'm so curious on if those previous three have. I know Marcus has, but those other two.
I've seen. Dang, talk about missed opportunities. Man, oh man. However, though, I wonder if the clip would have went viral if it had been anybody else. Yeah.
I don't think the clip went viral because of Phoenix.
You don't think so?
I'm overly positive people are looking at the script.
I don't know about that. I literally don't know. I'm not challenging it. I'm just, maybe I am by saying I don't know, but I don't know. Phoenix has
No, he delivered the line great. Like, I'm not taking that away.
I think that's the magic of the scene.
You don't think the lines?
The line is, but lines are. Hey, man, cut me when I need to be. We move on. But lines are just lines on a paper. You know what I mean? Like, if you read the script for any comedy or whatever the hell it is, they're just words on paper. It's truly a director and actor. They bring it to life. You know what I mean? Like, and he delivered it in a great, funny, not even probably intentional, because we talked about this. He probably didn't even try to be funny, but
I agree with what you're saying. I think in this situation, I give that more to the script. I don't give that to the actor. I can't, because I would have, anybody who was in that role, I would have had them deliver it like that. It's the seriousness, it's the music, the undertone of it, and it's the script. Like, it's the lines that he's saying. He's saying, I've been fucking hella bitches to his wife. All of this is financed by my dick. Like, that's the script.
I feel you. I feel you and I don't feel you, but I do feel you. I feel you.
Same to you. Like, I understand what you're saying. I just feel in this specific situation, I give that more towards the script rather than the actor. Not taking away from what the actor did.
Right.
But do I think do I think he that's like saying, giving him the credit of saying some other line and it going viral. Like, if that was the case, then it's like, okay, well, maybe, but it's when you look at the comments of what people are talking about, they're talking about what the fuck is happening in the scene.
Yeah, true. However, the delivery of it, And I'm a little connected to it because obviously I know you, obviously I know Phoenix a little bit. So and it kind of sounded like some shit he would literally say, just the way he talks and acts a lot of time. I can't tell when he be acting or be serious sometimes. But like that's kind of, like that was kind of the magic of it. Because what if another guy was playing the role of Tony and said it and it was just more serious? You know what I mean? Like financed by, I can't even say it without being funny, but like man, if he it's a funny line. Okay. I know. Okay, and I'm not helping my own case here, but I feel you. I'm not even trying to make this a thing, but you know what I'm trying to say. Yeah,
I get exactly what you're saying. That's why I just say in this situation, I feel is that.
What y'all think? Y'all think it was the actor, or
I think it was the actor, or
just
you think
the funny
it was
line, which or both? You know,
I think it's definitely. I would give it both. Like he definitely. We'll get to that later too.
All right.
So yeah, I don't know how we got all the way there, but that just goes talking about the writing of this script. It's kind of because we had 3 different minds.
I couldn't really tell,
and I didn't even care to really make it cohesive enough. It's certain things in the script I'm just like, yeah, this is weird.
Like what stands out to you? Because as a viewer, like
watching it, that very first scene with me and my cousin Tito, well, my cousin Charlie, but playing Tito. So when Tito comes up on Milk and he's like, "Hey man, I know you, I know your whole family." Like originally that came from DeMarcus's first 20, okay, and it was supposed to be like at a convenience store, and Tito's supposed to be like this old school guy, like 50, 60, 70 type age person, and it's supposed to be like, you know, I've known you for years. Like I've known you, like he doesn't know Tito, and I've known you for years, you know what I'm saying, type shit. So it's like that was in there. So when I added more to the script, that's when I added Tito coming back like at the end, like and him like actually him knowing her. But to me, that doesn't really make sense. You know what I'm saying? Why is that interaction like that? And then he's able to like call him and ask him like for a favor type shit at the end.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
So it's like I don't know.
But I feel you from your point of view. As a viewer though, I wouldn't, maybe it's the lending to the platform. I didn't really put that much depth into thought, you know. Not about to put. I'm living this scene to scene. I ain't looking at it as a that scene was cool. I'm not gonna click away. All right, this scene was cool. I'm not gonna click away.
I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah, right.
Which also, now that I'm thinking about it, it's like I think it actually does still kind of make sense because the favor could be from Crispy, and then Tito was supposed to come over the house anyway, so he just came over ready to kill like Bull. So actually, hey, if y'all look at it that way, it makes sense.
Yeah. But the age thing works though. I'm thinking like not
like him being older.
Yeah, like Crispy's age and Bull's age. That
That's originally sense. In the original script. He was supposed to be like there's a lot older, and he wasn't supposed to come back. You know what I'm saying? Like I made that. No, he wasn't supposed to. Like that was just supposed to be that scene.
Right. Yeah,
he was supposed to be that scene. He was supposed to tell him that, hey, your dad's coming home, and then that's it. Like Tito doesn't come back. I made Tito like come back in the story and shit. Shooting the house scenes. Okay, so the house scenes were on production days 9 and 10. Those were some of our longest fucking days.
They were.
Every scene you saw in like the house, the mama's house, it was only 2 days.
I know, but I was done.
Goodness.
Was so done. By that point.
Was all done in 2 days. Literally everything that you saw. Now, I can say this now because, you know, it's been over a fucking year, but so last year, 2022, this is when we shot this. Like I said, so we were supposed to shoot No Disrespect, and we were supposed to shoot Jarrell's Girls. Jarrell's Girls was the A film, No Disrespect was the B film. But we were shooting No Disrespect first in rehearsal and practice for Jarrell's Girls. Right. Jarrell's Girls got canceled, like in a terrible fucking way. And this happened during No Disrespect. So I found...
How did it get canceled? I mean, I need to tell me, but... Like, how'd it get canceled again? Quickly.
The money. Just money. Money dropped out on us. The money, literally, we were supposed to shoot Jarrell's Girls the next week, and the money was gone. I
remember that. That was a bad time.
And I found out while on set of No Disrespect he was
going through a lot.
That on that ninth day. So the whole time we're shooting like all of those house scenes, I'm dealing with it, nigga. Like I'm fucking, I'm going, boy. Like I can't even try to explain like my mindset those 2 fucking days, because I have this whole other cast that I have to explain, cast and crew that I have to explain that, hey, we're not doing, this film anymore. And I still have this whole other cast and crew that I have to be in, good spirits. I have to finish this film out. I have to, make sure everybody's still happy, just take care of everything.
2 of them were supposed to be on that other.
Yes.
That across the globe for you.
Yes.
That's wild.
So it was, those last 2 days were like, my mind was literally everywhere. And I thank God for y'all. Like I thank God for my crew, because y'all really still, stepped up and made sure things happen. And same to the cast. Like a lot of the cast, especially those days, we didn't have to do like too many takes. Like everybody knew their lines. Everybody knew what the mission was. I'm gonna say I didn't have to stress too much as far as that goes. But if you can remember, it was that day, the first day where like we had like a 3-hour fucking wait, because we were waiting on.
I remember, yeah.
Yeah, we were waiting on somebody to fucking get there, and he wasn't even gonna show up.
Hey man, yeah, that's wild.
Like nigga, yeah, it's like heavy. And then those last 2 days, lunch sucked because we had no money.
That's right.
That was my money.
And it was like late at night. It was like, where do we go to eat?
It was like, what, bro? I was panicking so hard, bro. I was panic. I had no fucking money. I'm over here trying to figure out how can I combine these $40 credit card and $30 on this card. How can I make lunch happen for these people? And like, y'all have no idea what's going on.
I did not.
In my head, bro.
I was going through my own thing. I remember, bro. I remember. Yes, I was.
So I remember, I think this was I forget what we had for lunch on the 9th day. I generally do. I think
it was like a drive away. I think we like went out to get something and everybody came back.
That was the 10th day.
That's the 10th day.
So because this right. I remember this because I was like, okay, we can get Waffle House. So I had the menu up and I told, all right, you can get 1 thing off of this side or 2 things off of this side. And I told Shannon, she's my first AD, I told her to go around and, get everybody's order and shit. So she spent like 45 minutes going around getting everybody's order. Then shout out to my girl Pexter. Shout out to Peggy. We sent her out to go and get it. And now she calls Shannon like, hey, they say you can only do 1 order per person. It's like,
what the fuck? Why?
Why tonight, bro? I was so fucking stressed, nigga. So that's when I just went outside and I was like, look, y'all, I'm sorry, but everybody just got to go break. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just got, you're on your own. I'll send everybody Cash App for how much, whatever you get. And then, you know what I'm saying? Just let me know how much it is. But I couldn't, I felt like shit. I felt so fucking bad having to, let y'all go get in the car and go drive at 1 a.m. in the fucking morning to go. What's open, nigga? What you mean? What you go find something? What we go find? Nigga, it's 1 o'clock in the morning on like a Tuesday. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
wow.
It was fucking terrible, bro. And then, just to put the cherry on top of all this, by the time y'all got back, DeMarcus had left. DeMarcus
That's right.
couldn't even. He had his own personal. This is like no fault to him. He had his own personal thing that he had to take care of, but he was gone. So and this was shooting a finale scene like with everybody, with Tito, with fucking Crispy, with Caesar, with Alexis, with everybody. And we got the crew here as well, and the main person is fucking gone. So I literally have to have a speech to everybody like, hey y'all, you know what I'm saying, this is literally worst fucking case scenario, but we still gonna, you know what I'm saying, we gonna make it fucking happen. So what we did, we shot all of me and everybody else scenes besides like all of the shots we could get without DeMarcus, who played Bull. Without him in it, we shot all of those fucking scenes. And shout out to like all of y'all once again, man, because it was, we still had high spirits. We were still joking and laughing. We still, you know what I'm saying, had a cool time or whatever. But it was just like, that was like a big fucking fuck up, like a big fucking deal that we had to get around. And shout out to Peggy because she played bull. And it just took a minute. Like in my head, I'm like, damn, was there no other dude around that I could have fucking had say this voice? Because she over there like saying it word for word. No, fuck y'all. And we're going to do this. Like, yo.
It was not working.
Like, yeah. I had her like put her hand up for eyeline to look up there and shit. But yeah, no, man, big shout outs out real quick. Big shouts out to fucking Peggy. Big shouts out to fucking Sarah. Big shouts out to fucking Shannon. Big shouts out to fucking Ireland. Those, like, y'all, like...
And Connor, you too.
Truly big... Well, okay.
Right. You showed up
no, yes. Just let me, you know...
Oh, you was getting there.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's tears.
Okay, you stopped, I thought.
I did.
My bad.
Yeah, all right. Let me give them their separate... Shouts out to y'all because... Like, y'all were heavily, man. Especially Ireland and Shannon, man. Like, y'all, I truly don't think y'all understand how much I appreciate y'all and how much last summer I tried to do everything in my power to, like, make y'all still have a nice trip and make sure everything was fine with y'all and all that good stuff. Peggy and Sarah, man, y'all really came through on that production. Like, y'all were doing the little things. Y'all were doing the major things. What was it? Peggy, we still got to see if you know how to do some fucking ice for the cooler. every time I go to the cooler, who did this ice? Fucking ices and bunches and shit. Crush the ice up. But everything else, darling, you did such a great job. You're so great. So freaking amazing. I love you and I appreciate you oh so freaking much. Yes, shout out to freaking Connor. I think that was the first time we worked with Connor. I think so, yeah. I had met him, I think, earlier that year. And yeah, that was the first time he came on set. Thoroughly appreciate you, Connor. Thoroughly appreciate you, Marcel, man. We used a bunch of his equipment for this freaking project, man. Shouts out to fucking Dylan. This was the first time. That was the first time with Dylan. First time working with Dylan, man. And shouts out to Dylan because Dylan was our sound guy. So we had 10 production days, but I could only afford to pay him for 8. So 2 of those days, I was just going to do the fucking sound. Like whenever I wasn't in the scene, like I was going to be the one doing the sound. But he offered, he said, hey man, look, don't even worry about it. I still had to pay him, but
when you get it.
Yeah. It was like, hey man, don't even worry about it. Just, you know what I'm saying? I trust you. Like, you know what I'm saying? You could just pay me on down the line.
I know that's what's
and
up.
Yeah, like he came through, even though the first day was that that I wasn't gonna do it. What I was gonna do sound was when he did Rodney scene, like the scenes with Phoenix and Stephanie, all of those house scenes, we shot those all in one day. And that was a day that I was going to do sound, but he said he would do it. This nigga was like 4 hours late. You remember that?
Yeah,
nigga was late as shit.
He was very late.
I was like, man, so I still had to do sound for like some of the scenes and shit. It's like, damn, man.
Yeah, he was.
You're supposed to be helping me out, but whatever. I wasn't tripping too hard because he wasn't even supposed to be there that day. But the fact that he still offered to come, I thoroughly appreciate you, Dylan, for that.
He's a good dude, man.
Yeah, no, Dylan's definitely the homie. I hope I don't miss nobody. It was a bunch of shout out to Duke. Duke was another PA that we had on set. Shout out to, I don't even want to say her fucking name wrong, man. I think she came for one day. It was Zussy. It's Zussy. You remember?
Really?
She was there for the shootout scene.
It was a lot of people there that day, though.
Yeah, she was there for the shootout scene. She was there for the one take scene as well. Like that was all in the same day. You don't even remember her.
I don't remember.
Damn. Well, shout out to her.
Shout out to you,
because she definitely came. Shout out to Janae. She was the BTS girl. She did 2 days. Shout out to Rachel Smith. She did BTS photos as well. Shout out to Mark.
Come on now,
Mark,
big homie. Yeah.
Was there helping us out. Shout out to Travis. Travis was another PA. It's a lot of motherfuckers.
It was a lot of people.
It was a lot of crew. Shout out to my darling Shani. She wasn't, I don't think y'all really saw her. She did the decorating. So she was there before we got there and stuff. Shout out to my darling Shani. She truly, like the little touches that she did truly definitely made a difference. She put the She put the shit on the couch in the house. She put the rug down there. She put the record player like out there. Like I didn't even know all of this. Like I didn't know until she said, "Okay, grab all of this." Like at the end, I'm like, "Damn, all of this shit wasn't here." And stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, she really like pictures, all of the pictures like on the set and stuff. Like
yeah,
that's
you're right. I thought that was just a house.
Yeah,
nice,
right. No, yeah, that's Shani, man. So shout out to Shani. I thoroughly appreciate you. And our movie is next. She knows what I'm talking about. All right. It's
just you two. Just you two.
All right. Inside.
Yes.
Jordan. Man, I hope Jordan.
Yeah, she was
shout out
trying to do,
to fucking Jordan. She did the special effects for one day. She was supposed to do 2 days, but she got stuck on the second day. What was I think her car wouldn't start?
Poor Jordan.
Yeah, oh man, and she lived super far away and shit. She lived in like Kennesaw. But for the one day that she did come, shout out to fucking Jordan, man. Thoroughly appreciate you. You did such a good job. I hope you're still freaking doing it. I text you and you never text me back. So
she's probably maybe her phone's.
All right. Well, she saw no disrespect and was like, "Oh, look at my friend going viral." I really wanted to comment. I text you. I text you a couple weeks ago. Hit me up. I was just checking on her. I'm just trying to see how she doing and shit.
That's
but
funny. Yeah.
Shout out to Jordan down, man. This was a lot of people on the fucking crew.
It was. That yeah.
We had a lot of people on the crew like actually help make this film happen, man. And just thinking about it out loud is like, damn, like even though like this was a B film and not the priority, it's like a lot of things that happened for the film still like came together like nicely. For us to have this many people that we're saying that helped on this film is like pretty incredible, especially if you just relate it to fucking Stripper Party and it's all right, thanks to me and thanks to Marcel, thanks to Dylan, thanks to Connor. And that's it.
Hey, man.
But with this film, there's so many people involved that I just really want to say shout out to them.
Yeah.
Where we at? 86. Okay, so I want to talk about the running and the fighting scenes. All right, y'all. So the scenes where me and Alexis were running from the cops and the fighting scenes, that was like the hottest day of production.
Very hot.
My nigga, when I say it had to be 100 plus, it was burning hot. Like it was hot to where you just step outside and it's just humid and you're sweating and shit. So I blame myself, but my brain was fucking fried. Like it was legit how like it is in post and stuff. That looks so much better than how we even shot it, because I like the sequencing of everything. I was so lost on. Like I wasn't able. I didn't properly prepare to put like that together. Even the shooting the fight scene, like it should have been a lot more different angles, but I was just trying to get the fuck out of the sun, bro.
I feel you. Yeah.
Like, I was genuinely trying to get the fuck out of there. That fucking ground was burning hot. My nigga, I reduced the girls like fight scene because it was so, and they got the fight in the fucking shade. But I reduced it like just to like hurry up and get us up out of there, man. But I wish that scene definitely could have been so much better. I wish we could have did that. It was very fucking hot.
Yeah.
The scenes that we filmed with DeMarcus, well, at least the scenes that I was in, it was very hard to fucking film just because it's fucking DeMarcus.
It is. I wonder if he's aware, because I feel like he was taking it so. Shout out to you, homie, by the way, if you do see this ever, but probably not. But whatever. Look, it's no disrespect to him. He's a funny guy, so sometimes it's hard to like.
It's hard to take it.
Is he serious?
It's like, nigga, even the shit that we have in the film, it's like, bruh, it's so fucking funny, bruh. Like that scene.
I wonder if he's trying to do that or not.
It's like I really don't know, because he can act serious. Like he does a good job of serious acting, but it's like with this shit, like with the scene where I'm holding up the gun to him, like that's our first scene that we had together, and I couldn't even get through it.
I remember that. I was like, damn, what's wrong with Miles? Bro, normally he got to calm everybody else down. Why is he breaking character? Like we done rolled like 3 times already. Can we? What's going on?
I could not do it. I couldn't even look at this man, bro, because it was just so fucking funny, bro. Just his face, his facial expressions, his eyes, bro, how he delivers the lines, bro. I'm like, I can't take this shit serious. And this is the time where in my head I'm fucked up because of what just happened with Jarrell's girls. But I can't even channel that to be serious. So that scene where I'm pointing the gun at him, like I told him, bro, just go. And I had fucking Phoenix read the lines and put his hand up for my eye line because I can't even look at this man, bro. It's too fucking hilarious, bro. So it's actually, I'm almost glad that he wasn't there for that last scene because Lord knows how we would have been able to get through it. Yeah. And just so I know how we did that, we just did a pickup day and we just shot all of his scenes and it really came together nice.
Pretty good.
Like it matched. Like everything matched. It wasn't like it looked weird or anything. Like it was actually pretty. I thought it was pretty freaking well done.
I was shocked. It was pretty good.
So now that's what I can say about the production. That's kind of where I stopped in the film. We stopped before
we did. We can still talk about the two. Well, we talked a little bit about the first one, but what about the second viral scene, the shot?
That's what I want to get to.
That's what we get.
Yeah. So that's the production of the film. Like that was filming it. So like I said, even after we filmed it, it was still like a B production. Like I had to remind myself. I remember like a couple weeks later because I was fucking depressed. I was just hella unhappy because of the shit that was going on with Jarrell's girls and shit. I had to remind myself, yo, we made a fucking film.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
We made a whole. It's a whole film over here. Like I was over here so sad about Jarrell's girls because that was where my focus was. I had to remind myself, it's a whole fucking film right here. Like a watchable film. Yeah, it's not a bad film. Like it's a watchable film right here. Like I had to put myself in that mode, and then that's when I edited it. And I edited this bitch in like 5 fucking days. Like I wasn't doing shit else. It was just I went straight through and chopped that shit up. And then so that happened, and then we had a rap party for it, which I really just stressed over just for Ireland and Shannon because I really wanted to give them a fucking rap party, which you didn't come. That's some shit. Whatever it is, what it is.
I was not there for a reason. I don't remember that reason, but it was a reason. There's no reason I'm missing a rap party.
It was free food, good food and everything, man. Yeah, man.
It must have been a reason. I'm not passing up free food. Come on now.
I forget what it was. So after that, radio silence. All right. I don't even know when it's coming out. You know what I'm saying? I have no idea. And honestly, I didn't care either. I did not care. I'm trying to figure out, because I'm not thinking about no disrespect. I'm trying to figure out, okay, what's my next move? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The fuck can I do next? Like, what am I going to do? You know what I'm saying? All this good stuff. So August, September, October, November, around December, I'm like, damn, I submitted the film like in September. So I'm thinking in my head, maybe like 2-3 months, it'll be out. So I hit them up in December, like, hey, is it coming out the top of the year? Like, when's it coming out? It was like July.
Goodness.
You mean like in 7 months, July type shit? Yeah, nigga, July. And then I'm like, all right, once again, I was shocked, but I didn't care. It was like, I really didn't give a fuck. It was whatever. It's out when it's out. So now January comes around. Now I'm focused on Stripper Party and the Lost Sex Tape. All right, man. Yeah, we about to make this money off of TUBI, man. We gonna make these wild ass TUBI movies, and you know what I'm saying. We gonna do it. So I'm focused on that. We filmed those 2, January, February, March, April, May. End of June, Stripper Party comes out.
Come on now.
All right, come on now. Stripper Party, I think it was like like June 22nd. Yeah. Stripper Party dropped. And we had no idea that shit was dropping. It just caught us the fuck off guard. Yeah, all the way. Stripper Party comes out, boom, it's doing great. Like, I'm getting all these responses, people following me, people DMing me, people sending me all these, the feedback about, oh, hey, man, we love Stripper Party, it's cool, wow, so great. Cool. 10 days later, the Lost Sex Tape drop. Same thing happens. Boom. Lost Sex Tape is out there. Oh, snap. Hey, I seen Lost Sex Tape. Blah, blah, blah. It's all good. Blah, blah, blah. Boom. All this happens. 10 more days later, No Disrespect drops on July 11th. Now, on July 11th, I'm in fucking Orlando because my birthday is July 14th. So I took a little trip down to Orlando. Woohoo. All of that good stuff. Whatever. So while I'm there, what I do with my movies, I always research them. Like I see if like people are talking about them, you know what I'm saying? See what social media is saying, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to see the feedback and shit. So I do that with every film. Even though I didn't really care that No Disrespect drop. It's like, whatever. I still want to see if people are talking about it. Since July 11th, like every day, it was getting like it was getting interact. People were talking about it. I'm seeing it talked about on Facebook. I'm seeing about it talked about on Twitter. Not like a lot, but it's still like every day I'm seeing something. That's not normal. For Stripper Party and Sex Tape, it was like every other day, or one day it may get like 3 posts, next day you don't get no posts, and nobody's talking about it. Literally every day I researched it, people were talking about it. So I'm like, oh, okay, wait, this is cool, right? Great, yeah, great. Who cares? But whatever, it's great. So we get to July 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, July 19th. No, July 18th. That's when. Damn, I should have saved her name. But I think it's Deanna. What? Why you
Poor
do
girl.
that?
Somebody out
It's
there.
this girl. No, she's very important. It's this
She
girl,
is.
Deanna. Hopefully I'm saying it right. If I'm not saying it right, I truly do apologize. I've never heard your name said out loud. So, she posts the scene where Phoenix is like, I've been fucking hella bitches. Now, Phoenix sends that to me in my DM. Like, oh, Snap, hey, you see this? I don't know how he saw it or whatever, but he sends that to me, and I'm like, oh, hey, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, people post about, movies all the time or whatever. So I'm not thinking nothing of it. It's whatever. The next day, that Wednesday, no disrespect, goes number fucking 1 on fucking TUBI. Number 1 on the most fucking popular page. And here's how I feel about that. Although I have these feelings about No Disrespect, like it's, B movie, side movie or whatever, the fact that it got to number 1, I'm very content and very satisfied, because last year, 2022, I dropped 3 films. I dropped Social, I dropped The Benefit List, and I dropped a movie called College Life Graduation, all on TUBI. Every single one of those movies ain't do shit. You dig? I mean, it's just like the rest of niggas dropping movies on TUBI. You drop it, and a couple people see it. You know what I'm saying? A couple people talk about it, but then they fade away very much fucking fast. But I wanted to get on that most popular page so bad, and I felt all 3 of those movies are good films. I'm thinking, holy shit, you know what I'm saying? Maybe we can get on there with these fucking films. Didn't do it. So that's where Stripper Party and Lost Sex Tape comes about. I'm like, okay, let me design some fucking films to get on this damn most popular page. Like, I just really wanted to be on that most popular page. Stripper Party and Lost Sex Tape, although they were only out for 20 days, neither of them got on the most popular page. No Disrespect was out for 1 week. On that week, that Wednesday, it gets to the most popular page. And I'm like, holy fucking shit. Like, it felt very gratifying, bro. I genuinely felt satisfied and content to see one of my films on the most popular page after wanting it for so fucking bad. And finally, I don't care what film it was just actually seeing one of my films that I wrote and directed on the most popular page was a fucking great freaking feeling. Yeah, for sure. So that happens on Wednesday, and now, you know what I'm saying, people are sharing it like, oh, congratulations, all of that good stuff. Meanwhile, Deanna's post starts tracking. So to say the least, that Wednesday, I think her post had like maybe 50,000, 70,000 views. She had like 26. She had like 22,000 followers. So she was getting traction or whatever, but still I wasn't thinking too much of it.
I thought she would have more followers. That's crazy.
No, she only had like 22,000 followers. By the time we get to Friday, it had 1 million. Goodness. It had 1 million views on that reel. That Saturday, it had 2 million. Goodness. So it got 1 million within 24 fucking hours. And this is when I start to see, oh shit, nigga, this is kind of going fucking viral. Like, oh shit, I'm starting to see other people are sending me other pages and other people posting about it, like in my DMs and stuff. Like, and I'm just like, holy shit, well, what the fuck is happening? And then I see somebody send me like Lil Duval had posted it, and Remix God Sway, the Remix God, that nigga, he had posted it on his Instagram, and those 3 posts are really the posts that kind of popped off the viralness of it. Remix God, Deanna, and Lil Duval, all 3 of them people posting it, them shits like exploded. The Deanna's was still most popular. She was getting 2+ million by that Saturday, and then Lil Duval had 500,000 plus, and then Remix Guy had like 700,000 plus views on it. So now we get to Sunday, and Stripper Party. Hey, come on now, film we did. Somebody liked it so much they wanted to show it in a park, which is
all right,
very It's a very weird thing, but hey, whatever. Hey, I ain't scared. We did it. We went out there, and Kenny, shout out to Ken.
Shout out to Ken.
He was there. He's also in Stripper Party. He played Andre the Landlord. We were Ken and Alpha. We were just out there. We were just talking about like what's happening with fucking No Disrespect. Like, yo, this shit is crazy, right? Like, damn, nigga, this shit is getting millions of views on fucking. This is just Instagram at this point. This is getting millions of views on Instagram and stuff, man. This is crazy. It's right, yeah, it's nuts. And I remember telling Ken, man, nigga, really, your scene is the one that should be going viral. Like, I literally made that scene to go viral. Like, I made it to be like a what the fuck moment. And that's why I was so shocked when that scene was going viral. I was like, man, I get it. You know, it's just out of all the scenes, I guess I wouldn't have chosen that one. I would have shocked me that that's happening. So just to get to that scene. So the scene where Phoenix is like, I've been fucking hella bitches and stuff. Here's what I need y'all to understand. That scene, I do not take that as a serious scene. That scene is so fucking hilarious to me.
Yeah.
Literally every time I scroll by it or I'm sent it and I see it, I watch it because it's so fucking hilarious. Now, here's what I need y'all to understand. Imagine 5-6 people behind the camera on the floor dying. My nigga, I was in tears when we filmed this scene. I couldn't even watch it sometimes because I was crying laughing, bro. Like, it was so fucking funny. And when it started to go viral and shit, I went back and looked at the script because I'm like, man, this is really crazy. Like, I wonder if they did it like word for word type shit. And no.
Oh.
Phoenix improv.
Oh, did he?
That.
See?
Now, Hey,
I just threw my hands up.
Nah, nigga, I know what that meant. I just threw my hands up. Nah, nigga, I know what the fuck that
Interesting.
meant. He improv that line. The line was, want to know what I've been doing for the past 2.5 months? I've been fucking hella bitches. It's not I've been fucking. I've been fucking hella bitches. It's supposed to just be I've been fucking hella bitches. And then that second line, it means the mortgage, all of the mortgage, blah, 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 all of that is paid for by my dick.
Okay, that was the line. Oh, okay.
Yes. Him doing the I've been fucking hella bitches and the all financed by my dick. That made it more fucking hilarious because the word financed is really where like a lot of that comedy comes from. Oh, financed by my dick. What? Financed? So when I wrote the scene, I knew it was going to be wild and I knew like some people were going to laugh at it, but it was still supposed to be like a more serious scene.
Oh, was it?
It's still intentional. It was still supposed, because it's supposed to be like she finds out this information that's like so super wild, but it was still supposed to be like the way the words were set up in the script were more serious in how he delivered it. But once again, I did not give a fuck. So when we got to set and he's doing his thing, I'm just like, hey man, it is what it is. Yeah. I'm not tripping. I'm never the director where you got to say exactly like what's on the script or whatever. But that was definitely him improving or just, rearranging the lines and shit and, saying it how he fucking said it. But truly, I need y'all to understand that it was written to be more serious than it was, but how it came out was fucking hilarious. And no, I'm not sitting here thinking it's supposed to be this serious, super fucking scene with how it was delivered and shit. And shout out to both of them because I don't know how they got through that scene. I could not get through it, and I'm not even saying the lines. Every time he said it, I was on the floor laughing in tears. But everybody else in the room was laughing, but they were always serious.
They were.
They never broke Like they never started chuckling, they never started laughing. Like every time it was cut, it was like we laughing and stuff, but they would just be, you know what I'm saying, in the mood, like in the moment stuff. And I'm so thankful for that because they had, that's what makes it more funny. That's what makes it, because they're so fucking serious. So I thoroughly appreciate them for staying in it, because we got the moment that we got because they were definitely they were definitely in it. Shout out to Stephanie. I haven't talked to her. I don't know if she knows. Like she has to. She has to. It's her face. At this point, you have to know. There's no way actually for you to not know.
Because somebody that know you.
Somebody that know you.
That should be
send
around.
it to them, and then it had to have made it to you. I remember she posted it like when it was number one. She posted it like on her story, but that was once again before it really went viral.
Oh, okay.
So I don't, and that's another misconception I think people are getting. Like it went viral and then it went number one. It went number one before it went viral.
Okay, I feel.
Like it really went, which I'm super happy and proud of. That
right.
It's not. It didn't go number one because it went viral. It went number one and then it went viral.
Right.
Which is super dope. So back to talking to Kenny. I remember telling him we were out there. I was like, no, nigga, your scene is the one that should be going fucking viral. And I think that day somebody had posted it. Like some blog had posted it or whatever. But it was just that one post. At this point, so many other people have been talking about the other scene and shit. So that week, Monday through fucking Friday, his shit goes nuts, nigga. I'm like absolutely insane.
Yeah, it went harder than the first clip, right? I feel like I've seen that one everywhere.
It went 10 times harder than that first clip.
That's crazy.
I'm talking about, and that first clip was going nuts.
Yeah.
But his clip made it to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube.
And the news.
and the fucking news, nigga. Like that clip, y'all. So now going back to the script. That scene was the last scene that I put into the film.
Oh.
That was literally like the last scene that I fucking wrote. So the script is done and I'm like, man, we need a couple more pages. So I'm like, what the script is missing something. You know what I'm saying? The script needs something. And the answer was action. Like that whole shootout scene, like that whole scene, that scene is like 5 pages fucking long. Like, I'm just like, we had in the movie, we had action in the beginning, you know, great pop off scene. We had the running shit, a little fight, that was some action, and then you had some action at the end. I'm like, man, we could throw some more action in this fucking film. So I'm writing up the shootout scene and stuff just to, you know, put some stuff in there. And yes, I am a big fan of Wanted. You know what I'm saying?
Really? All right.
Like
I know you're a fan.
I love.
You just thought it was cool. All right. It was all right movie, I guess.
I love Wanted, man. I remember first seeing that shit, man. Like in high school,
it was very stylistic.
It was cool. It was the first. I remember
they
talking
never did
to
a sequel either.
A friend. No,
it's
but
crazy.
Which is like I would love to see a sequel on that. Too. But it was so polarizing. Like seeing, boom, like the guns, fucking. I remember. I saw it very much later, but I was talking to somebody who had saw it, and I was like, yeah, man, it's so cool. Like they're bending the bullets and all of that shit. And I was like, man, nigga, that's just the surface. I was like, whoa, really? Holy cow, this movie's gotta be nuts. But yeah, bro, like all of the action in that movie, bro, it's just unbelievable. The cars like flipping over, having the bullets like hit each other.
I need to go back and watch it, but like, you're right.
Bro,
right.
Yes, that movie was so fucking polarized, and it's always been in my mind. So when I'm starting the scene off talking about like talking about the movie, and he's like, oh yeah, it's you know, it's physics and all of that good stuff. Once again, keep in mind, I did not give a fuck. So in my head, I'm like, once again, this is TUBI's best. It don't gotta make sense, nigga.
Not really.
I'm like, what? It doesn't have to make actual fucking sense. So I took that and was just like, yeah, I want a nigga to curve a bullet. I think this will be fucking dope, nigga. So I typed that shit up. Now, what's also funny about this is I got zero pushback from any of y'all.
You know, what you mean?
Like-
It's like this is a bad idea, or
Like, yeah, like not even is a bad idea. Like, just like, hey, what the fuck were you thinking? Like,
I thought it was a cool idea. Yeah, I was like, damn, that's fucking amazing. I'm like, damn, more people should do this. I remember, I don't know if you want to get into it, but you were just telling me about the process of even getting it done, how you hired the guy and all that to do the thing online.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, man, that's what you're supposed to do. That's perfect. That's great. Like, yeah, like cheap special effects. This is a very shareable scene right here.
It's
Before it blew and did what it did, I was like, this is what you should do. This is great. I thought it was great.
Well,
amazing.
I guess maybe that's what other people thought, because, like I said,
Guess so too, yeah,
nobody
did.
questioned what we were doing. Like that, when I think about it, after it was blowing up and shit, I'm like, nobody was like, yo, Miles, like, what? So he's curving the bullet? Like, what's going on? Nobody.
You're right. Nobody.
Everybody was just like, okay, this is, even when we were filming it, like, I'm talking to Ireland about the shots and said, all right, so yeah, we're gonna do this.
Right.
Make sure you make it, make the focus off, and then we're gonna go across. And he's just like, yeah, okay, yeah.
That's an interesting point, because you're right.
This is
Nobody questioned it.
You see
know?
the response it's gotten. Like, it's this wild, polarizing, what the fuck?
And us shooting it, like you said, we were just shooting nothing. And
Yeah.
nobody said
We
anything.
didn't even know how to shoot this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was literally
you know?
we shot it 3 different ways because we had no idea how to do the special effects.
Right.
We didn't know how it should be shot. I remember Ireland telling me like the inches on the focus, like just in case you need that to tell them. We had no idea how to even shoot this shit. We just literally did it. And like I said, it was no pushback. Even in rehearsals, like that's when we found out Kenny didn't even fucking never watched Wanted before. I was like,
That's
damn,
wild.
nigga, what you doing, man?
Dang.
He still ain't ever said, nigga, go watch it.
You still ain't seen it?
No.
You gotta see it now.
You
Like,
got to see it. You're part of the fraternity, nigga.
Right.
Like, you gotta go see it. But even in rehearsals, I'm teaching them how to do it and shit, and it's still like no push, like nobody's questioning what's happening. Like, no,
I don't know if that's good or bad.
That is
like,
so wild to me. Nobody questioned. I think DeMarcus did. I think DeMarcus was the only one who was, but it wasn't even like a question. It was like he made a joke about it. Like, we got niggas bending bullets and shit. Like, other than that, but it wasn't like a,
right.
yo, what the fuck, bro? Like, why is he doing this? So it's like, I find that it's such a wild.
That is wild. You never had to reference the movie Wanted when you was explaining it to nobody?
No. I mean, besides Kenny, but
Besides
no.
Kenny, right. He ain't
Nobody else, like, nobody
Maybe
else.
everyone's seen it and knew it, you know?
I don't even mean like as far as, yeah, you can know where it's coming, but why are we doing this? Why is this in the film?
For me, I had seen the movie and like I guess I was a semi fan too, so I feel you. Yeah, I understood it.
Because like that's it turns into sci-fi.
Right. It was
like before then, you know, bullets go straight. Everybody's doing this and shit.
Right.
This scene turns this movie into slash sci-fi. Right.
It was a
so
whole
like
different genre.
nobody questioned, hey, why is
You're right. I never really thought of that, but yeah, you're right.
I thought about it after the point. Like, man, nobody really questioned why I put this curving bullet in the fucking movie or whatever. Everybody just went through it. Once again, even on that day when we were filming it, even all right. So what we're doing? We're supposed to do this right here. All right. Well, you know, let's film it a different way too. Make sure we're able to get full coverage.
This thing we don't know about. Yeah, let's do it this way
this
too.
thing that we have no idea how to fucking shoot. So
yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so that day as well, like I had to reteach fucking Kenny because he was doing all types of fucking. Once again, he never seen the movie, so I'm like, nigga, no, like, and I really had to explain to him like what's happening. Like, bro, you're about to curve a fucking bullet, bro. Like, I need you to sit down, think, and focus, and then feel it.
The funniest
come across.
moments of this movie were never even captured on film. Like you explaining to Kenny. This scene, several moments, just explaining to him what's going on, especially that line. I know you know what line I'm talking about.
Did I just curve a bullet?
Yeah. That was hilarious to me. Because you normally, I'll just say, you normally control a set pretty well as a director. You can control the set. Nobody be questioning your judgment or your calls or anything. But like this time, talking to Kenny and everybody was like trying to jump in and help direct. Like, no man said like he just was not
it was
getting
like
it.
I was doing it for 5 minutes and he just kept not. They talking about the line where after you curved the bullets, and then Amafika, shout out to him, he played TJ. No, he played AJ. He came and was like, "Nigga, did you just curve a bullet? Nigga, did I just curve a bullet?" That's how you're supposed to. He could not.
He could not.
It was
that.
always, did I just curve a bullet? Like, did I just curve a bullet? It was like he was saying it every type of way, so that all of the crew.
Man,
Ireland, Shannon, Marcel, Sarah, everybody was like, no. I remember Sarah. This is when I really saw Sarah. I remember Sarah stepping up like, no, man, you're supposed to. I'm like, damn, bro. And we finally fucking got it. And I remember feeling bad because I'm like, damn, I hope I'm not being a stickler. But I'm like, we shot so much great.
I was like, that's the way you should deliver it.
Yes. It was like we shot so much great stuff. Like we all of the shots were looking great. Overall, like, you know what I'm saying? We were doing good. It was like, come on, we're shooting 100 right now.
Right.
We can't let this, mess up the scene.
Just one line.
Yeah. So it's like that did take a minute to freaking get.
That was so funny to me.
So boom, yeah. So that's how, that scene came about. And then when I just started seeing it do numbers, my nigga, like people were sending me every platform. People were sending me YouTube. People were sending me Twitter. Actually has over 25 million on Twitter alone. People were sending me Facebook. I've seen over 10 million on fucking Facebook. People were sending me Instagram. Lil Duval posted both fucking clips. I don't even know if he knows that it's the same movie.
Right.
Like, I don't think he even knows that you posted the same movie twice, nigga. It's just different scenes. So many. That's when DL Hughley had posted this shit.
That's
like,
what I knew. It was crazy.
Is that whole week was so fucking nuts, my nigga. Like, we got on blog sites. Like, that was nuts. And like, to me, that was less shocking because of the scene that was going viral. The Rodney scene, the Phoenix scene, that was more shocking because that really came out of nowhere. And I was like, holy crap, wow, this shit is doing numbers. But it's like, we made that scene to be polarizing, to be like a holy shit. Let's see. Let's I gotta share this scene. So when did, like, what was your experience? Like, when did you see the shit start to go viral? Yeah. Like, both scenes.
I'm gonna be honest, because I was in Ohio. I was a little disconnected because I was in Ohio for like 2 weeks at this time when it was happening. And it was going through some same issue, just going through it, the after effects of it. But my wife had sent me a clip from DL Hughley. She said, dang, DL Hughley just posted this. Because before that, you had put something on Facebook or something saying it went #1. But I thought you were lying, remember? I told you, I was like, man, that shit ain't #1. Because I went on TUBI and I was looking at the wrong list. I'm like, it ain't up there. I seen the other
looking
ones,
at the recommended.
Yeah,
like,
I'm looking at the recommended list.
Even
like, it ain't recommended to me. It ain't #1, whatever. So I thought he was lying. That's when I made that other post. I was like, that's a good marketing trick. Let me try that.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, he was for real. But he was not lying. But when my wife sent me that DL Hughley posted it, I was like, oh, crap. And then, you know how once you see something, you see it everywhere. So right after that, then I noticed everywhere. And because I look at the little right, I was on Instagram mainly, and you look on the right and you see how the numbers. And I was like, man, that thing got an M after the number. I was like, this is in the millions. And I knew it was something crazy then.
So that, to me, that's so crazy because that's a week apart. So it went #1 on.
I feel like I may have seen like that first clip. I probably did see it. But again, like I said, I was just in Ohio. I was going through that thing. And I was like, let me get back to Atlanta to kind of like get, back into whatever's going on in Atlanta. Kind of dealing with these people in the Ohio trip.
Yeah.
But a whole nother level. But just like, I can't even like wait no more once I saw DL. But like, you can't ignore it at this point. You know what I mean?
Nah, at that point when DL posted it, by that time it was like, that was the prime. Like that was it was in full fucking swing as far as that clip going ham. And that clip, like I would say Phoenix clip went viral for like a good 3 or 4 days. That clip went viral for like a week and a half. Like that was like heavy viral. Like literally just now slowing down like in the past 2 or 3 days type. is just now okay. My notifications are getting back to like normal and shit. Like literally, it used to be every time I get on Instagram, my shit was like hella red, like hella fucking red and shit. Damn, so it's like, man. I know.
I can't imagine.
Yeah, no, nigga, that was a nutty fucking time to be alive, my nigga. Like that was it. Was sure. All in all, man. I didn't see any of this with no disrespect, man. Like even the YouTube reviews, like it's a bunch of YouTube reviews on on YouTube right now, like reviewing No Disrespect, man. And once again, like reading the comments and stuff, I have no emotion attached to this film. Like there's zero emotion attached to this film, like at all. So I really don't care what anybody says about it. I'm happy that you've seen it. Like I'm happy that it actually has gotten some views. I'm happy that some people do find it, entertaining. I'm glad some people see what the movie is for what it is. Yeah. A lot of people, obviously, let's talk about the TUBI pandemic and all of this crap. A lot of people look at TUBI movies like, oh man, TUBI movies suck and people are trying to do this and people are trying to do that, like trying to make it a good movie and all of this stuff. We made a movie that is ridiculously entertaining. Like it's entertaining because it's ridiculous. Like it's not, I didn't make this movie thinking, oh, I'm about to fuck them up with this one. Like, oh, it's gonna be so dope and all this. No, it's ridiculous. We know this. It's ridiculous and it's entertaining. So some very little people understand that. A lot of people are stuck on, wow, I can't believe they actually did that. Or wow, bullets don't curve. It's like, obviously.
Like suspend your imagination a little bit. Have fun. The movie's pretty good from beginning to end. It keeps you in there. It was good. It served its purpose. That's what any movie is supposed to do. And I think it did it well.
I think
especially for what all happened. I don't know the full budget numbers like that. I wasn't that involved, but I'm sure they wasn't like astronomical. 12,000. Great returns, so come on now, like what the heck would people be expecting? Like it was great.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, for what we have, like my nigga,
looks like more than 12. So that's, come on.
Yeah, like I'm not so. But I expect that once again, like when it started going viral, people are like, "Oh, TUBI movies," and like some of the captions that people would put as far as like I think one of the big captions, like DL was like the writer's strike and shit. Like, oh, the writer's strike got like this is what's happening and stuff. And it's like I get what people. That? I ain't it wasn't like his original caption. It was like somebody put it on the video. Okay. And it's like I get it, you know what I'm saying, but at the same time, that's not. I get it what people are saying, but your target is wrong. Your target is wrong. I'm not gonna mention names, but a lot of these people on TUBI that are thinking they're making great Oscar-worthy.
Yeah, stop. Stop. It's TUBI. Remember the audience. Like they ain't, Spielberg ain't sitting at home tuning in to TUBI to find his next protege. Like
I am not thinking that at all. There's a lot of people out there who have most popular films and are number one on TUBI and all of that crap, thinking they're the next biggest and best independent filmmaker. I didn't make this movie with that in mind. Now, it's a movie called Social out there.
It's a good movie.
If y'all want to check that one out, I am emotionally attached to that motherfucker. It's on TUBI. It's also on Peacock. You know what I'm saying? Please check that out. Great fucking film. You know what I'm saying?
It sure is.
Now that film I'm emotionally attached to, and I think is a very dope film. And, I think that is a great example of me being like an independent director out here. But No Disrespect was made purely for ridiculous entertainment, and TUBI was the best platform to put that on. And as you see, it did exactly what it's supposed to do. That's what I say with No Disrespect. Like, it was a B film, it was a secondary film, but for it to do exactly what it was made for is like beautiful to see. It's genuinely amazing. Like I remember somebody texting me, damn, I'm gonna just say somebody. I'm sorry, I forget his fucking. I forget his actual name. I know his Instagram name, but he was DMing me. He was just like, what's happening to you right now? Is, filmmakers dream of this. Like filmmakers dream of, like, you know what I'm saying? Their work is everywhere. You know what I'm saying? People are talking about their work. People are sharing their work. Like that shit was genuinely fucking everywhere. And he was like, I hope you're, you know, enjoying it right now. And I'm like, yeah, I once again, I've had the same mindset. Everybody that's like, oh man, how do you feel? It's like, well, you know, I'm all right. You know what I'm saying? I'm really not tripping too hard, but the moment doesn't pass me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I do understand what happened, what has happened, what's happening with the film, and the moment doesn't pass me. I'm just not that person, at least with this film. Like, you're not about to see me just like, oh my gosh, wow, it's so great and all that. It's like, no, I appreciate it. It's dope. It's cool. Hopefully they bring that same energy on the next films that I'm able to you know, make and produce and put out.
Yeah,
man.
Who could have seen it coming? Goodness.
Nah, I said the cat.
Man.
And it's such a great lessons that I have learned too from this film. Biggest thing I would say is how other people react to your success.
Man, you find out who your true friends are. You really do. Yeah, you do.
How other people react to you getting attention and you getting, you know, success and you elevating. Pay attention to it. I thoroughly have, and I am very much glad that this did happen because it has shown me. It has shown me. And here's the thing. It's like, just you have to just be yourself, because you can't like, oh, okay, let me not say something because I don't want to seem fake, and then let me say something so I don't seem fake. It totally depends on who you are, how you are in your history. If I really don't want to, you know, like allude to any of the examples I'm talking about, but if you haven't spoken to me and then all of a sudden now it's something, it's like, okay, buddy, like what do you really think this is? If you're always talking to me and then I haven't heard nothing from you about this,
I feel you.
That's also something as well. Like that's
more telltale.
To me, that's very much a telltale. There's a lot of people who I haven't heard from that. Hey man, look, I'm just paying attention. At the end of the day, I'm just paying attention. Y'all don't owe me shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't owe me a motherfucking thing. But I do pay attention to how people act during this whole time of this massive fucking attention, because it's also, like I was telling Kenny and Phoenix are the ones who are getting the attention. It's their faces. Right. Unless you know me personally, or unless you've seen the movie and did the research, you don't know it's my film. Right. It's not my face. You know, I'm still getting hit up, like, you know what I'm saying, daily, like, yo, nigga, that was your film. Like, holy shit, I went and watched it and saw you. Like, holy crap. You know what I'm saying? If you don't watch the film, if you don't do the research, if you don't know me personally, you don't know that it's my film. All you see is Kenny and Phoenix's face. So to me, it's a lot more personal, because I expect that if my face was going viral. If my face was going viral, I expect niggas from third grade to be hitting me up like, holy shit, wow, that's expected. But it's not my face, it's my film. So it's a lot more personal, because it's a smaller category. It's a smaller amount of people who know that. So for people to act, you know, how they have acted, it's like, okay, man. Look, man, next SVS season. Next SVS season, boy. It's whatever, man. It's gonna be a great SVS season. And I hope everybody who's here will enjoy it. But I do just want to put that out there. I have genuinely noticed how people react to, you know, another person's success. And it's almost disgusting to me.
Hey, man. Yeah, I feel you. Like, obviously, I've not had a movie that go super viral like that. But I've been in a place before to where I've experienced that, and you like, damn, you really see the people close to you. When you get a little pinch of a little something, like a little power, a little bit of, or in my case, I had like a decent sized check and a little pull on something, and people, it was like, damn, people changing.
It's the passive jealousy.
Or passive jealousy.
It's so much passive jealousy with people you don't even know. It's jealousy because you're doing whatever they're jealous of, but it's passive because they're not going to act on the jealousy. They'll still be around you, you know what I'm saying? They'll still talk to you, they'll still, play that role, but that's what makes it passive.
Yeah.
I say passive jealousy with your friends, be on the watch.
Yeah, man, yeah. And cause it makes a person check themselves, It makes a person look within themselves, like
you or the person.
The person that's going through that roller coaster of emotion, that negative feeling, or why they are acting the way they act. It makes you look within yourself. I mean, I'm saying because I've been there before, obviously. Because I'm a human. And I have to check myself because it's like, all right, hey, I need to be happy for my friends. You know what I mean?
Did you feel any of that with this?
A little bit. I want to be honest with you. That's why I'm coming from a place of honesty. Like, because all jokes aside, like, D.L. Hughley was the first time I realized it was like, oh my God, this is huge. And I think shortly after that I did message you. And then
you text me
at the drawing place together. So we definitely talked about it then. But the first time, I don't even know if I really noticed the numbers like that. I was like, it's doing good. It was doing good. But again, I don't even know how I felt. Again, I'm being honest with you, man. I really don't even know how I felt because my mother had just passed, like literally that week or the day before or something. And I was in Ohio. Like, I buried her and had to be in Ohio the next day driving. So it was a 10-hour drive right after I buried her. So
that's a lot.
I'm like, I'm like, I am happy, but I'm all, shit everywhere. But so yeah, one of them nights I was just like sitting there. I'm like, dang, how do I feel? I don't want to be honest with myself. How do I feel? And I came out on the good side. That's why I'm able to even sit here and talk to you. If I was still like feeling a negative way, I wouldn't be saying that to you. I'd be like, oh, that's so great. That's amazing for you. But wrap it up, nigga. Wrap it up. All right. What's next? But nah, man, because I genuinely, and I say that right, because I was saying, it makes you look within yourself. And I had to check what I was feeling. I was like, what is this? This is one of the best guys I know. Finally getting what I knew he was capable of doing. But this was before we talked about whatever we talked about in depth. You know what I mean? This is before we talked about numbers and all, because whatever, just on the surface, someone getting what they want, regardless of all the other. And I had to check myself, like, what is this I'm feeling? And I kind of pushed it to the side for a second. And then I came back and I was just like, oh, this feeling is me looking within myself, realizing that sometimes you aren't where you want to be, and you be hating on a person for being somewhere that you wish you could be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, that's not a good feeling. And and then it comes from being insecure about your own self and your own goals and your own path and what you have to do. And honestly, that's why I came to the better side good side of it after all this, because I was just like, man, this is not. It's not my thing. So it's not even a reason to be feeling nothing. Like, I'm happy for you. I genuinely am. That's why I've messaged you, and I don't know if I probably didn't call you. I don't really call people, but I probably messaged you, I think. And then, like I said, I knew we was working together, so we was going to get it all out then. But, because I was just like, it's not even my thing. And even if it was, there's no reason to be feeling any kind of way. So anyway, I had to check myself. So I'm assuming that's the same thing most people have to go through. They just have to check themselves and look within.
I'm very glad you said that, because I mean, even myself, I've dealt with it, like myself, like seeing actually no, not a friend. It's always people I don't like. You see a motherfucker you don't like.
That's different.
Yeah, you see a motherfucker you don't like doing good or doing something. It's like,
I got that too.
Fuck that pussy ass nigga. But I still, even with that, I try to check myself and just be like, bro, whatever.
With that,
do your thing. It's all good. But with the friend, I don't think I've ever personally felt that, because I generally am like one of those. I'm my friend's biggest cheerleaders, bro. Like, whatever y'all are doing, bro. I've always, even when you talking about the YouTube and shit, I'm like, bro, like, whatever you need, man, let me know. Like, I'll help out. about like anything, like somebody I care about, somebody I call a friend, like I'm their biggest cheerleader. I want to help. I want to do. Travis is just hitting me up.
He just hit me up till I didn't respond yet. Yeah, sorry, Travis.
Well,
I'm about to. Buddy, I got you.
Different friendships here.
I've been a little moving today. My bad. You know, I'm gonna get to you.
But yeah, Travis hit me up talking about he asked like the 5th and 6th.
Yeah, but he's shooting a music video or something.
Yeah. What did he ask you to do?
Shoot it.
Oh, like A cam or B cam?
He didn't say.
Because he did say he wanted.
I ain't get there yet.
He did say he wanted a B cam.
Okay.
But yeah, so he just hit me up, and I'm like, yeah, bro, like I got you, because Travis is the homie. Like I really do fucks with Travis. He is a really dope individual. He's a great guy. Like, yes, bro, whatever you're doing, I champion you, bro. Like I'm down to help you. So when it comes to friends, I don't think I've ever had that issue with like passive jealousy or like just feeling the type of way like seeing my friends succeed. But I am happy you did say that, because
yeah. I mean, you know, I don't mind being a little. Because I know what I feel. I'm not an evil, crazy, manipulative person. If I'm feeling it, it's a genuine feeling. And I'm more open than most people to just, because we talked about my depression and everything on here. So it's like, yeah, I'm more open than most. I know if I'm feeling it, it's coming from a genuine place. I ain't, even at the worst of it, I'm not like wishing harm. I'm just like more so, because I do think I'm different than most people. I like to analyze myself.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, why the fuck am I feeling this about a friend? I'm the problem. Not the guy that I know is a good person that's been struggling and hustling and working his ass off. I'm the problem. Let me figure that out. And I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, but so I'm glad you said it, because a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't do that self-analysis. A lot of people just live with that feeling, and I feel like that what you just described is what happens with a lot of people, and what's happened with this situation right here. That is the negative, but I have to give a shout out to like all of the positive that I've gotten, like the texts and the calls that I haven't during this time. Let me let y'all niggas know. I did like start a job with Amazon.
Okay.
And literally the first day of Amazon was the day it went number one. So I post that it went number one right before I went into work. So while it's going number one and it's going viral and doing all these things, I'm outside sweating, delivering these fucking boxes and shit. So I haven't been able to really even like call and talk to anybody. I think Peggy's the only one that I've been able to talk to. And she called me like on an off day. It was at night, and I was literally getting ready to go to sleep, and she called me. But everybody else I've gotten like calls and stuff. Like I think Jerry called me, Kiana called me, Kyrie have called me. But I haven't been able to like talk to them on the phone and stuff, because I've just been, moving around so much. But all the texts and stuff that I've gotten, I have felt the genuine love. I have felt the genuine appreciation, and like Jill, I have to give a big shout out to fucking Jill, bro. Like the girl who, like she's been posting me heavily. Like she has been championing me. Like she has been tagging me and shit. And like, but that's another reason why I fuck with Jill so much, because it's not that. It's not Jill is one of the dopest fucking entrepreneurs that I fucking know. Impressed. You know what I'm saying? Like, and she's one of the very few people that actually inspire me and shit. So for her to be doing this, she doesn't need, my validation or appreciation or none of that. It's genuine shit. Like she's seen me since college and stuff. So it's like she feels that, and she understands the struggle and the entrepreneurship and like all that. So to see the success and all that, it's like I shout out to you, Jen, Jill, because I genuinely I feel it. But a bunch of people who have like messaged me, I do genuinely feel it. But like I said, still going to the negative. Like I have felt like people have felt that way, and I wish people would do that self-analysis, because to me personally, I'm just the last person to feel that way about, because I'm for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm Jen, if this was happening to you, bro, I'm tagging you in everything. Definitely. I'm making sure you get all the motherfucking press and promotions, anything that's happening. Like, bro, go, yo, look at this shit. Like, this is my friend. You know what I'm saying? Look at this shit. Like, I can talk to this person. This is the homie, bro. Like, I'm that type of person to where I don't, you know what I'm saying? I would hard check myself like quickly. If like a good example I can give you is like back in college, like one of my best friends, Marquise, this is like sophomore year, he had tried out for the college basketball team, and he made it. Now, at that time, this is when I ain't have a lot of people working with me with SVS, you know what I'm saying? It was him and 3 other people. You know what I'm saying? So if I lose one, nigga, say the fuck. You know?
Humble beginnings.
Right. So when he got on the team, I'm like, damn, bro, that's gonna fuck me up because you know that's gonna fuck me up because I done lost a fucking crew member. You know what I'm saying?
I know what
but
you mean.
I had to check myself because it's like this has been a dream of his. Like he just he was the only recruit. Like he walked on to the team. He wasn't scholarship or nothing. He tried out for a college basketball team.
Impressive.
And so like it took me like a day to where I had to check myself and like, hey bro, I'm beyond happy for you, bro. Like I'm like incredibly I'm your fucking cheerleader. I'm at every fucking home game. I was there. He did, you know what I'm saying? He was riding the bench or whatever. He didn't really get in a lot, but I was still there. You know what I'm saying? I was still there every single game. Like, yo, I'm here, my dog. I'm here, like, cause you get mad. Why are you laughing, nigga?
You a real friend. He on the bench and you still
there. Like that's
he might
my
get on the
homie.
court. I feel
he
you.
might. Yes, he definitely. He did some mice. He got in there and stuff. But after every game, you know what I'm saying? I'm there. Like, hey, yeah, fuck the coach, man. You should have played G. You know what I'm saying? Like, you doping than all them niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga, bro. You see, this is the free. You wouldn't have been at no game. This nigga. He wouldn't have showed.
I would have came to a couple. I would have been like, hey, man, all right. Well, call me when you get on the court. You know?
How he gonna call you when you get on the court, nigga?
Send me a text when you get that feeling.
You get that feeling that I might get some minutes tonight.
So Birdie told me I'm going to be on the court tonight.
Bro, no, man. I got to be there, bro. Like, because I know... Truly with SVS, it changed my mindset because I know how that feels.
Yeah,
I know how it feels to not have nobody there. So to know you at least got me. At the end of the day, Marcel, you at least got me. If you need help, if you need somebody to call to a production, it's like, hey, end of the day, I know Kyrie feels like that. He at least has me because he'll call me to do sound and shit or whatever it is. At the end of the day, hey man, you at least got me and I'm fucking there for you.
Yeah, for
like
sure.
Without a doubt.
Yeah,
so
man.
I know how that feels. So it's like with that, but that's the only instance I can kind of recall where I had to check myself, like, and not be selfish. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is my friend. He worked hard for this. He's doing something amazing.
Yeah, I feel you likewise. I've only experienced it before, or at least in my memory, of, like you say, somebody I didn't like, and for some reason we were Facebook friends, and every time I saw this MFer, just, you got another signed on again. It's great, man. SOB, because I knew the guy. It's like, you're an asshole, but whatever. So yes, but other than that, I guess it was my first time like a close friend. And like I said, I don't want to get a wrong impression here. I wasn't like, screw this. I literally just slept. And it was like, okay, let me go.
I don't think that at all.
Check myself on this.
I think it's more severe with other people. Because once again, it's even essentially, when you were saying this isn't what you're going after, like what did you mean by that?
I meant like, it's like, I meant like I wouldn't define myself as like I make films, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
So I wanted to be sure that's what you meant.
Yeah.
So other people are, you know what I'm saying? Those people that are, trying to go after the same shit that I'm going after and see me doing this type of shit, I feel it's a lot heavier.
Oh, it would
with
be.
them.
I ain't gonna lie, it might be for me too if I was. Hey man, it's a competition. Again, it was still in well. Like I'm not hating, but it's more competitive if we're in the same race.
Absolutely, because like even if I look at, what I'm saying, my filmmaker friends, I don't know. Like the type of person I am, man, is I'm very confident in myself.
That is the key. That's where it comes from. Like people being insecure in yourself and you allowing something that happens to somebody else to even seep into your emotion. Like that shouldn't even, like you just aren't securing yourself. You know what I mean? And not this, because a lot of people aren't. So it's not like shame on you for not being. Most people are not securing themselves. But I guess as you get older and more confident, you have to become that way.
Maybe that is what it is. Like I'm thinking about certain people in my head, and I'm like, maybe it is like an insecurity or a more of a confidence thing that people don't have, because that's like when things happen. Like I say, if I don't really fuck with you, it's more of like a, fuck this. I can't believe this. People are watching this, or what I'm saying, shit like that. It's like whatever. But if it's like a friend, Yeah, I guess I don't personally feel that way, and it might be because of the confidence that I have in myself.
I mean, obviously, you or I aren't in everyone else's shoes, but I would put money on that is the fact. I would put my money on that. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Especially the discussions we've always had. Like most people don't have goals in life anyway.
Right.
And everybody on this planet want to be rich. Everybody want all the nice things on this planet.
Right.
But who put in the work to attain them, who is doing what it takes to get it.
To actually,
And then also when somebody close to you makes it, as you get older, you realize or you start to understand that to be rich and successful doesn't take a lot. You know what I mean? You just got to work hard, which everybody can do. Everybody, if you just buckle down and get the discipline.
You just have to do it.
Yeah, just do it. You know what I mean? Everybody rich ain't LeBron, or everybody rich ain't Jeff Bezos. So it makes you look even closer because like, how did this person do it? Mm-hmm. And I know this person. I grew up with this person. Yeah. You know what I mean? I ate lunch with this mother effer the other week.
But to me, sometimes that's like, so the way I look at it is, the more I get successful, so are my friends, because I'm successful because of y'all. Like I said, we're talking about a movie that my friends helped me on. Like my friends recruit on.
Not a lot of people look at it that way.
They don't, unfortunately. But like to me, that's so let's say money comes from this. There's no way that I'm not about to go to my friends first. Like, hey, guys, hey, I got money from this. So now, hey, we can, I'm saying, not saying it's a lot, but hey.
Hey, watch it now.
It's more than last time.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, the way I look at it is the more I become successful, the more my friends become successful. But I don't think, thinking of other people, I don't think people think of it like that. I think if a lot of some of my other friends got successful, I don't see them reaching out to Miles. Like, I don't see them being like, hey, Miles, you can come do this, or Miles, come such and such. Like, I don't see that. But that's just personally how I look at like the success of everything. I've always looked at it like that. Like since the beginning of SVS, I've always looked at, the more SVS becomes successful, it's more, it's more for all of us. It's more, I'm helping all of us, get to a higher level of success.
That's the way most businesses, most entities, whatever you want to call it, that's the way they should be viewed. But this world we live in, that's not it's a very default selfish perception.
Very, very, very much a selfish world. Yeah, I'm also happy for how this has affected me. It hasn't.
Like, I know.
I'm still the same. Like I'm not thinking of myself as like a bit. My head hasn't gotten bigger. Like I haven't looked at myself like introspectively. Like holy crap! Wow, I'm actually popping in these streets. Like what I'm saying. I'm not looking at myself as none of that, because this is the shit that changed motherfuckers.
Yes, it is.
Speaking of, I've seen it change motherfuckers, but this is the type of shit motherfuckers get that attention where it's like now it's hey man, nigga, I'm me, motherfucker.
Oh, we see that every day in front of camera
for less.
Yeah, for less. People get one in this industry. I know you've seen it, but I've seen it too. People get one job and they made like an industry rate. Like, I don't do indie no more. This one, and my day rate is $1,000. Like, whoa, you just did it for a stack of gum and some pizza the other day. What's going on here? So people change. We know that.
Yes.
People change and for less. So, yes.
So something like this is like, you could look at a person like, oh man, I wonder if, and I don't know, some of my friends may be thinking that, but nobody's ever hasn't said it. And hopefully y'all shouldn't, like, you shouldn't have to think that this is something that would fucking change Miles. Now, in January when that money comes,
that'll be the telltale, y'all. Go back to this video. But the checks,
I want y'all to
check different than a little fame,
Fuck the fame.
Hey.
Now when that money come in, and y'all get a dial tone when y'all calling Miles.
Got a new number and you ain't get that new number text. Man.
You ain't get that. This is my new number. Now, hey, look, you can say whatever you want because I can afford it, nigga.
Right. Hey, man, I feel you. I understand.
But once again, I don't see that happening either. You never know till you're in that situation, but I don't see that happening either. Like, money has never, which we talked about, money has never been my driving force in this industry. It's always been something that I've used and got to make more.
Right.
All right. And so without a doubt, the money, I've already talked to like some of the actresses that, like Shawnee, that's what I was saying with Shawnee. Shawnee, one of the movies I want to do next year, like we're going to be like leads in. Like I want her to be my lead in the film. So I was telling her like, hey, yeah, from the money that we get from this film, we'll finally be able to do that next film that I've told you about. So it's like that's what's on my mind. It's not like, oh yeah, I'm about to go buy a car and a house and clothes and like all of this type of shit. It's like don't get me wrong. I'm gonna elevate my personal life.
I'm gonna say,
you know what I'm saying?
Man,
a little bit.
Art.
I'm not about to just be still in the bucket shit, but the most of the money is still going to go back to reinvesting into like the art, and then once again working with my friends and being able to pay my friends and you know what I'm saying, all of that type of shit. So that's something that I hope it doesn't sound like conceited or something, but it's just something that I've noticed that my mindset hasn't changed like since all of this fucking attention and shit.
Man, that's a telltale of I guess a good leader. You know what I mean? Of a person that can handle, because it changes you. Like we just discussed, we went into detail on it. It does change you. But yeah, because I went through something similar when I was on set, and I was like, dang, I feel this is my dream is coming true at some point. I'm like, everybody's on set, and it's everybody I called. I'm literally writing a check for everybody on set at this moment. I feel good. And I can tell already from like just giving somebody a little, hey man, you the head PA, whatever. And they be like, hey man, they not your slaves. Just like, dang, you didn't change that fast. Like, chill out. I can't trust you with no more power. But you see how people
you
like,
see how it affects
change.
Even, I'll say this, I'll be vague on it, but how Kenny has responded and how Phoenix has responded to their viral moments.
How have they responded?
I said, I'll be vague.
Okay.
So.
I missed that. I didn't even hear that.
He said, how did they respond? How they have responded have been completely different. And yeah, that's all I'm saying. I'm just saying,
sucks. I want to hear more.
Seeing the effects of, the viralness is, even with Kenny is very fucking funny.
He is.
Just how he's taking it all in is like,
I'm sure.
Man, Buddy is having a moment.
I reached out to Kenny. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, I'm sure he is.
Hey, well, which do you think he looks like Kanye?
What? No. Kanye? West?
You
no.
haven't read the comments.
I guess not. Somebody crazy.
Kanye
if they think that.
and CeeLo.
Nah.
And Jason Weaver. That's Jason Weaver?
Maybe. No, maybe like a cousin or something. Older
They've
cousin.
been calling him Kanye Low. Like a bunch of the comments in the post are like, oh, is that Kanye? Wow. I'm like, I don't think he looks like Kanye at all. I don't get that.
Nothing at all. Are these white people making this comment?
No, black people.
Sometimes they think we look alike.
Yeah, they're right. But no, black people, man. Somebody,
Really?
Afro said it's like the goatee. He said he do look like Kanye. But I don't see that shit at all. Yeah, that's kind of blowing me. But yeah, man. I mean, Kenny is appreciating it. Kenny is fucking he is enjoying the moment, and I'm very much happy for him because once again, it is his face. He is genuinely now like an iconic TUBI character.
That's what I wanted to ask you earlier. Do you think this movie is the most viral movie on TUBI ever? I don't know. I have no clue, but I just know this really, really blew up. Has anything else ever blown up more than this?
So once again, here's like how I kind of said earlier. I'm going to say yes in the sense of like the general population.
Oh, okay, I feel you. Boy, that's what I meant. Yeah, okay, that's what I mean.
Yes,
just
because we separated it from like the general population and like the TUBI audience.
Right.
This movie went very much viral to the general population. Right. I don't know if it went that viral within like the people who actually love TUBI and like watch TUBI movies and stuff. Because even I look at people post like their favorite TUBI movies and stuff, and it's like the same movies are on there. And No Disrespect is like nowhere on there. So it's like I feel like to the general population, this might be, I don't know if I've seen a more viral fucking film. Literally, nigga, I'm still counting them up because somebody just sent me another post where it has a million views on it, like on Instagram. So it's like it's
different one. That's crazy.
Yes, a whole new different one. But it's also I went and looked at the tag TUBI, like people tag TUBI and shit, and I'm like, I wonder if it's some shit in here. It was like 5 more posts in there,
really?
Like from people like tagging TUBI and stuff. So it's like I've seen so much, but it's still so much that I haven't seen.
I feel
like it's
right,
still so much. Even I don't see everybody's story. I'm sure it's a bunch on people like stories and stuff posting and not on their page, their reels and stuff. So it's like I'm still tallying up, but I'm thinking we're in between like 45 and 50 million like views. Yeah, like across all platforms, I think we're in that area of like 45 to 50 million fucking views. And no, I don't think there's been another TUBI movie that has been like that fucking viral.
Dang, you ever thought about reaching out to TUBI?
No, you sound like fucking Afro. Like,
what Afro say? Afro sounds like a smart man. Hey man, hey TUBI, your most viral movie ever. Maybe y'all got a whole marketing department. What could we do together?
No, because I look at it as I look at that difference. Does it? Which I mean, I get it. I get it a little bit, but if it was viral with the TUBI audience, then yes.
No. TUBI doesn't care about. TUBI does not care about the TUBI audience. Sorry, TUBI, if you do, but TUBI cares about the worldwide audience. TUBI cares about news people watching. They don't care about people that's already watching. TUBI gonna do its numbers regardless. Those numbers that are in TUBI are already gonna happen. Whether it's 1 million on one video or 500 on this one and spread out throughout the people gonna watch it.
Okay, so like I said, I get that. I guess I'm looking at it in the sense of there's been so many other movies that have done better on TUBI.
I'm sure there have been, but none have reached new people that have never watched TUBI before. I bet, because you know the number one metric.
What do you say to TUBI?
I don't know.
This is why I was saying you sound like Afro, because Afro was talking about, oh, you making TUBI so much money. I'm like, nigga, there's been so many more movies that have made TUBI so much more money than No Disrespect has.
But yes and no, because again, Stem, I would say people that are already on TUBI, those people are already on TUBI. They're gonna watch something. You know what I mean?
It's just I'm looking at the money.
Numbers. Huh?
I said I get that. I'm just looking at the money.
True, but again, that's the money they gonna make though. So every month they can count on them numbers. You know, regardless of how viral they go within the circle of TUBI. But new hot movies, like the number one metric for Netflix is a new show coming out and how many people they get, new subscribers. TUBI is not a subscription-based program, but they base the success of a show on how many people sign up based on a new movie. I don't think
No Disrespect did that for them. No Disrespect.
We don't know. I feel you. And I'm not like gung-ho on this, but maybe not. But
we don't. We don't know, but I don't. Like I said, the way TUBI went, I mean, the way No Disrespect went viral, I don't think it didn't make people sign up for TUBI. It was
maybe not, but maybe. And hey, ChatGPT, because again, this is not something we'll probably put a lot of thought or energy into, because no clue. But hey, ChatGPT, real quick on internet. Hey, I want to write a letter to TUBI about my success, my viral success, becoming the most viral movie, whatever. I don't, write the little thing in the ChatGPT. It'll write you a little email, copy paste that email to somebody. The most work you got to do is find out who to email it to. Don't email it to the wrong people. But they have a whole marketing department. Like if this was pre-Super Bowl 2023, I'd be like, don't worry about it. But the fact that they paid millions to put an ad on the Super Bowl, they care about marketing.
Okay, so then the question is, what do you expect to come out?
Hey, TUBI, y'all figure that out. You know what I mean? Y'all got a marketing department.
So let me come to y'all, but y'all figure out what to do with me.
I don't know. ChatGPT, give me 10 things I could do with TUBI. Perfect. Here are 10 quick ideas, TUBI. There's somebody on their marketing department.
I need to strike this nigga over here going to AI.
Man, if AI wasn't a threat, they wouldn't be scared of it. This thing is very powerful.
It's a
very
threat.
real.
What do you mean?
Yeah, this is amazing. Use it. Hey, chat, to give me 10 ideas, send it to somebody at TUBI. Somebody at TUBI is young, hungry, and looking for fresh ideas to market. Yeah, hey, let's do a quick interview real quick with the guy that's the most viral movie ever made on Tubi.
I think,
or whatever
this
they do.
Sounds like this. That's the thing. It sounds like you don't.
I don't.
You don't know Tubi. Like you don't research Tubi. I've told you. I've spent hours researching Tubi, and that's like all that shit. I've sat and watched so many movies go viral. So many movies, not and to the extent of no disrespect, but so many movies, do good. Right. It's most popular, doing great numbers on Tubi, but none of that translated to Tubi. Tubi doesn't. It's.
We don't know that though.
We don't.
Tubi has a very unique model than all the other
very
ones.
Different.
Because you only have to sign up to watch Tubi, and they still get paid. You really
absolutely.
Just
I'm just looking at it from the research, man. I'm just not, because there's no way I would give this person a shout out. Like there's a show called The Dirty Deep. That show has been Tubi viral. Mm-hmm. I want to say for almost a year at this point. Mm-hmm. Like it's been going fucking nuts. Why wouldn't she have anything with Tubi?
Because she ain't reach out to him. You laughing? Leave in the comments. Somebody got to plug the Tubi. Help him out. Just don't put it in the comments. Send him a DM, send him a message or something. Give him the contact. He playing. He don't want to be famous. This is all he want right here. He wanted to stop right here.
I didn't want this.
Man, I would take that email. I send it to Tubi. I send it to every local news network in that. You got to do your own PR. Get with girl Sarah. She does PR. Or just reach out to her. Hey, what do you think I could do with this? She said
she can't do nothing for me.
Oh, really? Why?
He said it's a non-compete clause because she has a job.
Oh. Off camera, y'all get something else going. Sarah will buy the book face behind.
Buy the book ass.
Girl, send me an email with some ideas real quick. Quit playing. Get a little kickback.
This man.
Hey, man, every local news, whatever. Because you're on the news.
That's something that... I've like recently, like maybe yesterday, I started thinking about how can I.
That's why I was leverage the success, man.
Yeah, like no, I did. Like after you said that, I did think about that. Like I should like, even though like what I'm saying, my feelings toward the movie is like it's
fame
like
is fame.
Hey, man. It's like let me try to, because right now it's my most successful fucking film. So let me try to, leverage that into other things. So I have been trying to think of like ways to make that happen. So. I have been thinking about like PR and shit, but I've told you my troubles. Like last PR guy I hired ran off on the plug.
Don't make it hard.
Paid this bitch $500 and never heard from her again.
Really? Okay, I'm sorry to hear that. Dang.
Yeah,
well,
nigga.
Dang. I'm sorry.
Yeah, 500. Oh, yeah. It does.
Look at it. At least it was only 500. What if you like went through more? I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm trying to find a good spin on it.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's pretty bad.
That was
okay. Well,
that was
just
a good chunk of change for me.
Yeah, this is a big chunk of change for anybody. Yeah, $500 down the drain is a lot.
Yes. So all in all, man, I appreciate genuinely everybody. Everybody who has called, everybody who has texted, the constant fucking DMs that I get. Everybody who has shared, who has posted, who has tagged me in anything, who has tagged the cast, anything, who has just said anything about the film and put the film out there, whether the feedback be good or bad. Like me and Marcel said about Stripper Party, we just glad you watched it. If you liked it or didn't like it, I'm just glad you took the time to fucking watch it. And I have no hard feelings towards you. I appreciate it. Genuinely, man. Like I think this is something that has and will like change the trajectory of like my film career and my personal life type shit. So I am grateful for this moment, man, and I am curious to see what will happen next.
Yep. Me too. Hey, me too.
Me fucking too, man. I'm trying to see if there is anything else. Cause
what do you want to happen next?
I mean, money. Fuck.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. Definitely. It's time to see, and for people who are wondering and will ask, "Hey, man, how much money you get?" I'm not telling anybody how much I will make off of this film, and I won't even know until. I'm not even gonna tell you. I won't know for a minute how much I make off of this movie. Keep in mind, the quarter just started. Like the quarter started in July, so you don't get paid for a very long amount of time. So I have no idea how much I've made off this film. I have no idea how much I will make off this film, but I'm not telling anybody how much I will make off of this film. So you don't even have to ask. You can just, if you see Mufasa on my shoulder one day, and it's just know, I guess the check came. You see me walking around with motherfucking Scar right here.
Oh man.
Well, I guess it came in. All right. That is all. But yeah, definitely the money, man. I think hopefully, man, I can use this money to leverage into making films that I do care about. That I do actually want them to be seen and want them to be good. And, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully they're actually great films that people, you know, universally accept and have a good reception to it. I am happy people have like been going back and like watching, you know, my past films and like other films and stuff. But yeah, man, okay, I think that's everything, man.
I think so too.
Fucking inception all the way to production, all the way to the viralness, even with the premiere for this. Like, this was actually the only premiere that I have enjoyed, but it's also because I didn't put anything into it. Like, this was the premiere where I just had a poster up.
Yeah, I remember
yeah, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have like nobody working it or nothing. It was very simplified. Yeah, man. I think that's everything. Let's just see what happens. Let's see what happens next, man. And I gotta say it one more time. Like I see how you niggas reacted. I see how a lot of y'all reacted, man. And
played your cards too quick.
Y'all played them cards. And
man,
hey man, look, it's at the end of the day, man, I always like to give chances, and I always like to I like to build my case. Like,
I feel.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, if you see me start acting differently, I'm just like, hey, you acting different out of nowhere. No. Here's the list of why I'm acting different. Like, here's the repeat offenses and you know what I'm saying, shit of that nature and all of that good stuff. But that was just a big thing that I guess is disappointing, because you want to do certain things with certain people and you want to keep building and doing all that stuff, but everybody has this internal shit that they're dealing with that sometimes it gets projected onto you and it affects how they deal with you. And then if you react to that, now you're the bad guy.
Oh yeah, that's always the case.
And that's something that I've always dealt with throughout SVS history, but now this is just such a big moment that I'm dealing with it a lot with different people. And it's like, now moving forward, when people start to see, not even when people start to see, now moving forward, when I'm not able to, like, those relationships that I had and that I've built with, not able to like continue that, to me it just hurts, because like I said, I've always had the mindset of building with my friends, being with my friends, and working with my friends, and you know what I'm saying, we're going to another level.
Yeah, that's the reason why that rarely happens, you know.
Yeah. So with that being said, go back and watch episode 2 of Chemistry, Industry Friends. It explains a lot and a lot of things I was about to go into, but like that episode really explains that shit. And just let go of the ego, man. Please. Yeah. Like, let go of the ego. Let go of the pride. Like, I think that's the number one thing that I would say with this shit. Outside of the jealousy, it's the ego, man. It's the ego. Let go of the ego, bro. Sis. Yeah. They, them, whoever. Just let go. Let go of your ego.
Let go of it.
By the time you let go of it, you ruined things. Yeah. And that's I want to say, speaking from experience, but I can't really think of a situation at this time, but it's like, oh, it's probably spam, right? Hello?
That was a good hook, though. Hey.
God, get picked up.
I was like, dang, I'm glad he picked up. Hey. I'm glad he did. That was really good.
That was a good
down.
hook. But then it just started glitching, and I'm like, oh, all right, never mind, nigga. Okay, now I'll end it on once again, this goes back to the industry friends, but ha! Nigga! Imagine being him! Imagine being him! Ah! Nigga! Imagine being that guy. Nigga,
yeah, that is crazy.
Imagine you being a part of this film and then having such a big ego and so much pride that you're out. Imagine having 5% of this film.
True that.
Imagine. And then see, nigga.
Wow. Yeah.
Nigga.
That's why I didn't think about it till earlier. I was like, wow, that person.
Nigga. You.
Right, the third writer. I forgot about that.
Boy, I'm trying to keep it clean on this episode. I'm not even gonna hold you, but dog, you insert so many names here because wow. Imagine.
Wow, that was before the blow up. Imagine
worse.
This happened and the ego then. It would be a lot.
Forfeited all credibility, forfeited all profits of the film.
Dang. That is very wild.
Guys, take note. Do not be a fucking idiot. Do not be that person in this industry that has a story about being a fucking idiot in this industry.
Wow.
This is chemistry, baby. I go by the name of Miles. Over there is
Marcel Williams.
And we will see y'all next time in the lab.